in the end, I think having that, 'cause otherwise I wouldn't have got into this until I was probably much older. So getting that first step into it at a young age.
All right, here we go.
And with having all this background,
Gateway Dirt Nationals.
Little spontaneous one here.
Spontaneous is correct.
Yep.
We're live for the features. So everything's wrapped up. We have 2 races left. It's going to be the Super Late Model feature and the Modified feature. So here we are.
It's been a hell of a Gateway Dirt National so far. You had a couple guys in the fence, and you had some guys that, I mean, the last chance races and the qualifying races to get in have been eventful in that, and you had guys not make it into the race. Who?
Well, let's go this far. Who are your picks?
Well, I picked Archie J and Hoffman, and
okay, so you're in a good spot.
Yep.
Looking back at it, looking at a year ago, my 2 picks were Jason Fager and Turbo. So, I mean, we got the hype videos going on. If you're not watching, Flow Racing is the place to be. So, per the love of YouTube, we cannot broadcast the stream from Flow Racing, but we can give it to you play-by-play.
Yep.
So, if you're not watching, you're getting ready for the greatest introductions in all of dirt racing.
Which for me as a non-experienced dirt guy, for lack of a better term, I'm definitely an asphalt guy, so I definitely enjoy seeing the different intros that these guys throw out for their intros. So
it's if you're a big time asphalt late model guy, it's you start at the tail of the field, they introduce the driver, they shake the hand of the individual that is either putting
the
on
dignitaries.
Putting on the feature, or those of that is the family of the memorial of the race.
Sponsors.
For sure. So you get those big time people that are part of those features. They do the out of car intros, and that's the big part of the asphalt late model side of things. But to have this part of the dirt late model side of things is pretty awesome. So.
And I'm trying to remember the track, and this is we'll call it a few beverages deep into it right now. But there's a particular race event, and again, I forget what it is right now, but they do the art car intros where the drivers are right at the end of their cars and do the intros from that race. Like, I can respect that. Like, I love that kind of intro. I feel like it kind of focuses on the sponsors and the car itself. Whereas, like, and don't get me wrong, this is awesome and so on too, but this is definitely a driver type thing, and the driver can do their own intro and just be creative with it too, which is awesome. This is definitely, I would say, top 3, if not the highest as far as the driver intros throughout the year for any race.
Of course, let's go back. We're talking Ricky, or not Ricky. Boy.
Oh, Rico.
Yep. Coming out on Bloomquist's shoulders. Yep. Now, Bloomquist is no longer with us. Which is, God, if we could have him with us tonight, that'd be so awesome.
He would be
locked into the feature. Let's be honest. He'd be locked into the feature. But it's you have those events that are lights go out and Bloomquist comes marching out, and
Yep.
Rico's up on there, fingers just a blasting away, Or let's go back to a year ago. You got Tanner English comes out, he's got the global Jimmy goes,
Yep.
So the driver intros are for this event are probably the best in terms of dirt late model racing. Now, the second best, and we're lucky to have it up here, is probably Cedar Lake.
Yep, because you got this whole spotlight for the drivers that come out.
It's in the dark.
Yep.
They turn the lights out. They put the spotlight on the chute, and then the cars come out. Guys are in cars, but not locked in, ready to go. So you have helmets that are off.
Yep.
And drivers that are coming in.
And especially in years past, and especially where we sit for the USA Nationals, we're sitting on the backstretch. So we're right as they come out.
Right on the backstretch.
Yep.
Yeah, hell yeah.
If anything, we got the spotlight pointed right at us. But that's a good one. Yep.
No. So let's talk about the change in format and the change in pay for next year.
Yep. So, obviously the pay went up to $50,000, which I think we all could be in agreement of. And so amongst us in the group chat that we've had with the Snowball Derby, which is coinciding with this weekend, we talked about the payout to the rest of the field this year, which I'd be curious what the rest of the payout is for the rest of the
sprinkle throughout the outside of the winter.
When you could increase the winner's purse for any race, really, that's a big thing. Whether it's from the television sponsorship, or not television sponsorship, but from the broadcasting side of things, where obviously the Flow Racing have done it for numbers of years.
Yep.
And obviously with Snowball Derby, Flow Racing was able to jump that winner's purse to what it is now versus years past. But being able to just have a prestigious race like this, gain the owners, or not the winner owners, but the winners payout, but change.
You're so locked in on the analytics of it.
I am. Well, that's what I am. But when it comes to it, it's
correct.
And now this new format now this new format where, it means so much more to run so good throughout the season to be able to even get into this event.
Well, correct. So that becomes a conversation of it. So let's talk about it. You talk about a national champion in terms of a touring national champion.
Yep.
Well, an owner owns a car, but a driver drives for them. Well, this becomes a situation where we talk about a $50,000 payday for the Gateway Dirt Nationals for next year. Well, the format's changed. Well, now we're talking about I don't know, how do you quote it? A quote-unquote invite, an approval process.
It's a crown jewel, but it's an invitational type of thing.
So we talk about that, but, that becomes the thing. Well, what does the contract look like in terms of a driver driving for someone who does not own a race car?
Well, and even from that standpoint, it's what is the qualifications as far as, okay, you qualify to run this event. Because I feel like you get this for asphalt, you get this for dirt racing, you get this anywhere where, for lack of a better term, you get your backtrackers. You get those guys that are in the event, but they're not going to do anything.
Let's put it this way. It's the guys that, when the registration opens, will never win anything, but are there in the first 18 seconds that registration opens, and they're going to put their credit card in to be able to get the car in.
Yep, absolutely.
But let's not bullshit ourselves here on this situation. So it's the guys that will struggle, but they are just happy to be there. Now, there are a lot of guys that are happy to be there, but are also competitive.
Yep.
But it's the cars that are, when you qualify, second to last. When you're running heat race, after you qualify second to last, you finish last in your heat race, and from there you go to a last chance. What are you gonna do? You're gonna run last.
So, and with the Gateway Dirt Nationals announcing their new format as far as it's a pool of entries where everybody can enter, but it's I don't know what you would call it, a certification as far as being able to advance to the next part of the what's the word I'm looking for? Qualification, God, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. But be able to advance to the next qualification as far as being a part of the race. It's one of those that the field that makes it into the qualifying race of the day, or the prelims of the Gateway Dirt Nationals on Thursday and Friday, it's just that much more stout than what it really is right now.
Yeah. It just, from start to finish, it increases the intensity of the racing.
Yep.
Yep. When you hot lap, you got to be on it.
Oh, and not just from hot laps, but I mean from the heat races that happened on Thursday and Friday to last chance qualifiers. You got the win and you're in on Saturday afternoon.
Yep.
I mean, it's just you got to be on your game when it comes to getting into the nationals, especially when it's jumping up $20,000.
Well, that's the thing is, the pay is going to be so much bigger next year.
Yep. It's already hard to get into as it is, but I feel like it's going to get a lot harder to get in just based on the competition that these prelim nights are going to have.
Well, then start 20 cars.
Yep. So
they only start 20 cars. Well, for each division, there's 150 that show up.
I mean, we were talking a little bit earlier. Like Mike Marlar was the guy that didn't show up to this weekend. Given these are extraneous circumstances, but as we're watching the promo of this weekend, obviously Scott Bloomquist, he passed away this summer and he's not there. But Ricky Abreu, he's not there this weekend. Like I said, Mark Marlar's not there. So you get a bunch of guys that maybe aren't going there because of, whatever it be, entry fees or just guys that are coming in that ruin their nights. But it's this type of weekend and this type of format, their guys are there that deserve to be there. So you have a halfway better chance of making it through the weekend.
Yep.
As we sit here and watch the promo for this weekend.
Yep. I think the promo,
and obviously this is the first weekend of the Gateway Dirt Nationals without Bloomquist in the mix.
Yep. For sure.
So to this point, all the qualifying races have been completed. Because I don't remember where we're at. Well, I think we done with last chance races.
The winning you're in.
Yep.
It's weird. We're down to
the features.
Day 2 features for mods and supers.
So I'm gonna try and pull it up here. Oops. So we were talking about, I know me and you were talking about earlier, like some of the mod races, like Zach Johnson, the Millennial Farmer.
Yep.
He had he had a hell of an interview after getting wrecked on the turn 2
Of course. Yep.
of his Win and You're In feature. Oops. So I mean, obviously lineups are in. So you got Brandon Shepard right there on the pole. You got Corey Gundaker on the outside of him. Spatola, who won on Thursday night.
Yep.
On the second row inside. Ricky Thornton on the outside of him. Hoffman on third row inside. Ashton Winger on the outside. You got Gustin in the Bloomquist tribute car.
Yep.
On the inside of row 4. Unzinker, Hammer, English, Tyler Carpenter, who is obviously a 2-time winner of this race.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's just, you got a hell of a race coming up there. And when you get to the modified side of things, obviously they're all set to go. But Ricky Thornton has been a threat on the modified side of things.
A threat to potentially sweep the weekend.
Yep.
In terms of fast times, heat races, and features.
So you got him starting us inside of row 3. Trevor Neville on the pole. Carlos Armanda on the outside. Grabowski, Young, Thornton, and Long are your top 6 for that race.
And your reigning champ, Troutman.
Yep.
Is deep.
Yep. He's starting 7th in that race.
Yep.
So, I don't know. This is going to be a good one.
It's going to be entertaining, to say the least.
I'm sure that right now they're doing a bunch of track prep for this one.
Work it up.
Oh, we're getting ready for the intros here.
I know your apple sweatshirt. Kind of chilly.
So obviously, thank everyone that's tuning in on this one, watching with us. Again, kind of a spontaneous watch along with us, but we're gonna watch the Gateway Dirt Nationals, and obviously we'll be live tomorrow for the Snowball Derby as well. Trying to provide our insight and everything, and a little bit of play-by-play, for lack of a better term, but kind of going by the seat of our pants, as I would say on this one. So, nope, this is going to be a good weekend. This has always been a good one. Glad that I could be together with one of the Three Stones Pick crew on this one. Just a good weekend overall. So, thanks for everybody that is tuning in on this one. Obviously, hit the bell for any updates that we can provide and tune in to Tuesday Track Talk. But looks like we're getting ready for some intros for feature racing here. So if you're not tuned in, we'll try and provide any information we can. But if you're watching along, enjoy the ride. Invocation. Amen.
Ooh, Dylan Scott Senior National Anthem.
Yep.
See by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let's go racing.
How awesome to have.
Let's go racing.
How awesome to have a car owner
Country artist.
in Dylan Scott.
Yep.
I just
Oh, we got Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy. Oh boy. Got Ron Burgundy. We got
Breaking all the memes on this one.
Yep.
Hey guys, you ready to let the dogs out?
Hey boys, you ready to let the dogs out? Oh man.
You know what I sent the message to everybody earlier
Whoa.
about this is kind of a chili bowl for fat guys. It's halfway tuned up to be that.
True. We just have to remember. Hey, let's go back to the fact. Let's pause for a second. How many times have people said this couldn't be done?
Oh, well, I mean, this race was up for speculation or not even going on this year.
Yep.
And they come out and said, "Yeah, we're going to sign a 3-year contract. We're not going
You
anywhere."
signed a 3-year deal, and they come out and Flo says a change of format. On top of a change of format, let's be honest. Hey, Flo
They're-
Racing, we love you.
They're
With
setting up
with
a
an
long
increase in the pay in the Snowball Derby.
Yep.
And I don't know. Maybe they do have something to do with the increase in pay. But now, change the format and increase in pay in the Gateway Dirt Nationals for next year, $50,000 to win. It's
The only gripe that I have: bring back the midgets. Let's get 3 classes going: midgets, modifieds, super lates. Let's go. That's the only gripe that I got.
Chili Bowl tune-up? Question mark.
Let's go. This should be a little rough, but you gotta occupy your time between Turkey Derby and Chili Bowl.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know what you think about, but this is a hell of a in-betweener type of race.
Of course. I don't know. Maybe they don't even have the space for it. We don't know. But
so that brings up conversation because I feel obviously the Super Lates are the prime event of this race.
Nope.
Do you have to do a every other year where 1 year you get midgets in it, the other year you get modifieds, and you go back and forth, or do you just do the 3 classes straight out? Is it to that point? And given I have not backed down from this point. I'm fairly new to the dirt side of things.
Yep.
And I would say I have not watched the midgets at the Dome to see how they race there. But
here we go. Get ready for driver intros.
I feel like it'd be a hell of a time as we get ready for driver intros, and we also sport who we're going for in this race. Although he's also got my pick for this race as well.
Rolling off from the 20th position. He hails out of Evans, Georgia. He's your 2024 Hunt the Front champ in the Longhorn Factory, number 76, Brandon Overton.
Pretty basic for Overton.
Yep. He was last minute addition.
Yep. Couldn't really prepare anything.
And starting to his inside out of Sheffield, Illinois, a first-time Castrol Gateway Dirt National starter out of Sheffield, Illinois. He was the Win in Your End winner. Let's hear it for the 21B of Rich Bell. Starting 18th on the grid here tonight, the 2023 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion. He's aboard the SSI Motorsports Clements powered Longhorn number 71 out of Martinsville, Indiana. How about Hudson O'Neal?
I just say Grace and Jason. See who's
The Riley Children's
try getting
Foundation banner. I love it. Much respect for that one, buddy.
watching our stream.
Starting inside of row number 90, comes to us out of Blairsville, Georgia. He's a 3-time Lucas Oil champion. 14 wins on the year for the driver of the Nutrient Ag Solutions Longhorn with Cornet Power. How about it for Superman Jonathan Davenport?
Jonathan Davenport. We got another just traditional walk out, do the old
Hook 'em horns. I'm gonna be honest. I figured we were gonna get a Watusi. I figured we were getting
those guys that knew they were locked in on Thursday and Friday. They took the time to figure out what they.
I figured we were getting a camel. I'm not gonna lie to you for a single second.
About what? We're 4 drivers in right now, and everybody's kind of done the traditional walk out. Yep. Good to see everybody. You'll wave and go from there.
Yep.
Making the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals for the 4th time in his career out of Decker, Tennessee. In the J8, it's Jaden Frame.
Jaden Frame.
Winchester, Tennessee.
Starting outside of row number 7. He's
JD's
a
deep.
throwback car to
Yeah, he is.
Dan Scott Riggs 2005 ride.
About to say, whose pick was he?
And the Vic Hill Power
Cam.
Longhorn
Yep,
Highlight
Cam picked JD.
81 of Jack Riggs.
I suppose that's the other thing we can
Stephen
take a look at
Assey
here.
in quotations for the snowflake in quotations. You ain't taking this one from me.
Row number 7. He's in the Valvoline
We'll see everyone tomorrow for the 57th annual running of the Snowball Derby live
Yep.
at Flores.
He's here for a hood stomping good time. It's Super
We will see you,
JD Shepherd.
you guys, live for the Snowball Derby tomorrow.
All right, so focus on a dome here a little bit. So my 2 picks are in RCJ and good old Hoffman here. Kellen had Turbo and Fager.
Hey.
Yikes! It's a good way to put it.
Yep.
Good old Cam had Shepard and Davenport. So if honestly you're not doing good, for lack of a better term. That's putting it lightly.
No.
I'm trying to keep the PG rating on this so we don't get R rated or anything like that. But
My picks were, excuse my language, shit.
we lost all that. Yeah, you're shit.
He's one of the Dome darlings. How about it, St. Louis out of Parkersburg, West Virginia, Tyler Carpenter.
Obviously, a good favorite, Tyler Carpenter, coming out here with
He's
a
got all his kids.
yeah.
Kiddos with him.
He has got the entire
2-time winner. Can't blame him for bringing his
No,
skills with him.
100%. You're starting to get into the crowd that locked themselves in or
Yeah.
are favorites in this race.
Row number 5. He hails out
Which honestly, you went from,
6
if I saw right on my race pass, 130 entries down to 20 that are getting introduced in this race.
How about it for Tanner English?
Santa,
Oh, Santa's coming out.
do the right thing.
And you got the Grinch right
Oh,
behind
the
him.
Grinch. Oh, they're Tanner English. Coltman Farms, do the right thing.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Inside of row number 5. He comes to us out of Clinton, Illinois. This year's Mars Modified Rookie of the Year. The Troy Page Excavating Precision Recovery Durham-powered Longhorn. It's car 45 and its chauffeur, Kyle Hammer.
Kyle Hammer.
Repping the merch. I can
Yep.
respect that.
Oh,
we got a
dog
t-shirt
and a
there.
half.
Yeah.
That cotton t-shirt never stood a chance. Clinton, Illinois. Another Midwest guy.
Midwest guy,
All right.
yeah.
And here we find the driver that was upside down back in 2019 out of El Paso, Illinois. Let's hear it for Ryan Unzicker.
Unzicker. So
I was about to say, I can see a couple.
Oh, Santa.
Yeah.
Santa.
With the Santa's elves or Miss Claus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, gave it the old.
Wait, is that really Ryan Unzicker?
Election results.
Yeah, he gave it the old Trump one.
Yeah.
Side note,
This weekend
was supposed to be night 1. Broke a motor heat on night 1. Went to night 2. Still found his way into the feature on night 2 when they moved him. So
Brian Gustin running a
the Reaper.
Yep, running a Bloomquist tribute car.
He's got Ariel Bloomquist with him.
And there's the chop.
Ariel Bloomquist with him, and the crotch
I
chop.
can respect that.
I give him a round of
respect that.
applause.
Yep.
Yeah. Ariel and the crotch chop, I can give him give him a 1-2. I can appreciate that. That's Ryan Gustin. 2024 has been a coming out party for
He
him.
came on the later part of the World Outlaws
Absolutely.
season.
Absolutely.
Intro videos. Are you ready to meet your top 6 starters?
Top 6. So we're getting into the guys that locked in on Thursday and Friday. Yeah. Well, hey,
Boy,
you're on the same boat here. The guy that said he would shave his head if he won on his prelim night.
Hampton, Georgia, the Jeff Matthews Racing, Johnny Doan Plumbing, Recreational Vehicle Select, Durham Powered Rocket Chassis, and 9-time winner this year, the chauffeur of car number 12. Put your hands together.
The old booty shape.
Yeah.
Ashton Winger. Come
Oh, God,
on.
you brought a chair
Oh,
out.
there's a chair.
There we go. What are we going to do here? Oh, they're going to.
Stop it. They're going to shave his head.
Oh,
Oh my God.
God.
One swipe.
One swipe.
Oh my
So-
God.
Well, yep, there it is. He's got the old
Oh
patch
my
right
God.
here.
One down
Right
the
here.
middle.
Yep. There's my man.
Nick
Hell of a
Hoffman.
tune. Great tune, too. A little bit of Toby Keith here.
Hey, YouTube, we don't own the rights to any
Wish
of
I
this
could be a
music.
cowboy.
We don't own the rights to any of this music, so just cut us a break.
Mooresville, North Carolina. He's originally
The
from
thrill from Mooresville.
How about it for Nick Hoffman?
Let's go, baby. Sorry, P5.
Boots.
Ooh, got the old cowboy
Yeah.
hat. Yeah.
Simple.
Yep.
I appreciate
I
that.
can appreciate
Simple.
that. Atta baby. Atta baby. Obviously, he likes his bull rings. He likes his bull rings, so not
Oh,
a half bad
Richard,
pick.
it's Richard.
Yup.
Position, he hails a native of Arizona, 31 wins on the year. The Lucas Oil champion, the Castrol champion, the Kohler Motorsports Hooker Trucking Coleman Farms number 20 RT.
It ain't SSI anymore, but it's the it's only RT.
TJ Ricky Thornton Jr.
RTJ honestly probably has had the best weekend.
Show me the money. He has a
Yep.
chance to. He has a chance to sweep the weekend, which is absolutely asinine.
Which he's also got a chance to win the modified race later tonight too. So
Well, that's what I'm saying. Sweep the weekend.
yep.
Quick time, heat winner, and feature winner in both mods and super late.
Yep. Now you get a guy that kind of, I don't know if he surprised anybody, but one of those guys you just didn't expect in the top 6.
Spatola.
Yup. Finally got his way into it. Earned a big one here. The old Spatola, Mike Spatola. Hi, Mom. I can appreciate that. Yeah.
He beat some solid race cars
Yeah.
to get into the feature.
I was about to say Thursday night was a solid
Yeah.
feature.
Well, let's be honest. You split the field in half. You're beating 75 race cars.
Yep. Best mustache in dirt racing. Best mustache in dirt
I don't know
racing.
why I didn't pick Gordon. I should have picked him.
I can appreciate it.
He's never made. He's never made.
But I tell you what, he's right up front there. Gordy Gundaker. Like I said, I can appreciate a good mustache. Oh, there's another one of those election
Oh,
results.
yeah, little golf
Yeah.
swing and some glasses.
Yeah. Of course.
No,
he's
no
got
shirt.
the
You
old,
got the hair
the
hanging
Tim-
out.
the
the
Tim
chest.
Richmond tribute. The Tim Richmond tribute. I can appreciate
The
that.
hair is slicked back.
Yep, I can
Way
appreciate
back.
that. Atta baby. And now we come to
B-Shap.
defending champ in this one. And that's like I said at the beginning of the weekend. I felt like at quick glance a Hoffman car of this year. But and obviously you mentioned this too with him hopping back into the Racket car. Well, he's already run pretty good. It's dangerous what he's going to do next year. Got one kid running out. Ooh, he's got the
He's got the
championship
belt.
belt.
The champ is here.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Let's be honest. Hey, they posted it. It's the B5, Brandon Shepard. 20 pounds lighter than he was a year ago in the face.
I was about to say he's a little
Winning a
trimmed
race
up.
is this
here.
dude is dangerous.
Yep.
Don't be surprised if that guy wins the goddamn Lucas Oil Feed championship next year.
So that's your field for the super late model side of the Lucas Oil Dirt Nationals. I tell you what, it's one of those that Gundeckers. Get ready.
Gordy. Rip.
Well, it's one of those that these guys are ready to go at this point.
Ready to go is an understatement.
Fun of the pop and circumstances is all over.
Oh, it's all over. Now we're gonna wreck some shit.
Yep.
Let's-
We're in racing mood at this point.
Wrecking shit's an understatement.
Okay.
These
so
guys
that's
are here for one thing and one thing only. It's a $30,000.
Okay, so that's the point. It's obviously we saw it in some of the prelim races and Thursday and Friday. Do we see somebody go up in the fence this weekend, or in this race, I should say?
Of course, absolutely,
Just with that much on the line.
of course.
There's so much on the line. Honestly,
Hey, watch these guys get strapped in, ready for battle.
it's like Gordon Duggar. God, I can't pronounce his last name. Trying to save my life right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Corn dog?
Something like that.
This place right
No,
this
it's
you know what I mean?
Corn dog.
Gundaker. Gundaker. That's
Gordy
what I'm thinking of.
Gundaker.
Street beverages.
Side note, Gordy, hell of a guy in terms of working with the fans.
Yep.
When we saw him at Cedar Lake, hey, can we take a picture?
Brandon Shepard looking to become a two-time winner.
Pardon my French. Fuck yeah, of course we can.
But it's one of those, like, he's got the opportunity now to. This is a big race. He's starting outside front row.
You sure?
I feel like this is a big race.
It's a big one.
Crown
As
jewel
they would
race.
say, it's a goddamn doozy.
It's like the ruby or something like that that's on that crown that everybody wears.
Yep.
But the fact that he's starting outside front row, which I think throughout the weekend we've seen the outside be hit and miss. For lack of a better term, we've seen the outside line that's really right against the wall have some success, but the inside has been just as successful, if not more, to everybody's favorite. So if he and Gordon and in his favor, if he can get that early lead right out of the gate, that can set the tone of the race huge. Hoffman getting trapped in here. Another St. Louis guy, right?
Yep.
So he's got the St. Louis Blues.
I do have to appreciate the camaraderie of Gordy and Nick Hoffman locking in the same night.
Yep.
And just looking at each other and going, we're
going to be friends tonight.
Rivals, but we're locked in.
Yep.
You know, it's a big deal.
Yep. We're going to be friends tonight. When it comes to Saturday night, I don't care about you. Pretty much. But I texted you earlier this year about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, something like that, about possibly going to this one.
Dude.
This is going to happen at some point.
Yep, we have 3 years to get there. Well, 2 more now.
But it's going to happen at some point in time.
Clash of
Yep.
the Coast, baby.
The only
December,
real-
get ready.
Oh, the baseball.
Look at the oh no.
The big one. The biggins.
The only real crisis we have with this whole situation, the snowball derby.
Thank you, brother.
Gosh.
But who's to say that we do the dome 1 year, right? Because snowball derby's on Sunday,
Yeah, keep them off the track.
Well,
boys and girls.
yeah.
but we do the dome. Well, of course, I've done dumber things as well, where we go to the dome on Saturday, make the over the red eye road trip down to Pensacola on Sunday.
Brother,
You want to talk about red eye?
I was thinking one weekend, but brother. Okay, so looking at what's going on here. So between the six of us, i.e. the three souls pick, we made some picks. I picked Turbo and Fagger, which neither made the feature.
Yikes.
Cam picked Shepherd and Davenport, which both made the feature.
Shepherd up front, Davenport in the back.
Yep. And then Cam, you picked RTJ and Nick Hoffman, which both have very good starting spots. So,
For the record, I'm also in the lead as far as race picks standings go this year.
correct.
So I'm looking to wrap up for the year, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, I have no shot getting close to the title.
Which that was kind of
Surprise?
well, not a surprise, but I mean, yes, it's a surprise. But you also it was the risk that we took as far as making our picks before everything started.
2, 1. There we go.
Drivers,
1 and 2, do it.
start your engines. Oh, we got two beach balls going here.
Straightaway, don't let us down.
Oh, we're doing the wave. That's what we're doing here.
We got it now. Coming at you, turn 3 and 4.
Come on, 3 and 4.
Front straightaway, make the back straightaway look bad. And when it gets to you, when you stand up, make as much noise as you can.
There we go. Be louder, be louder. Turns
Turn
1
one,
and
be
2.
loudest.
Let's go.
Turn 2, how
The
loud
dome's
are you?
definitely one of those experiences that
Oh,
just
the back straightaway is where the rowdies are. Let's
It's
go.
unique.
Let's hear you back straightaway.
Of course.
Yes, sir. All right, 3 and 4.
Okay.
All right, front stretch. Outdo the back straightaway here.
obviously got to
Turn
make
it
it
up,
a
front stretch.
one-time appearance. For those that have tuned in to the
To the
Track
Track
Talk.
Talk. Yep. We got the Buffalo that will make an appearance here and there.
The unit, as I would say.
Back straightaway.
She
let's
likes
go.
to find her way into the streaming studio.
Turns 3 and 4. Let's hear you.
Streaming studio. I don't know that you call it that, but
And we'll end it where we started it, coming around to turn 1. Final time, front stretch.
Got a halfway decent wave going here.
well, there's 30,000 people there, as they would say.
Yep.
Come on, Flo. Don't be rude.
As got, I can't remember his name right now. Promoter. Corey Sommers.
The time has come. The most famous words.
Corey
of all
Sommers.
auto
Corey
racing.
Sommers.
Yep.
We're going to
Yep.
count backwards from 3.
So he's
but
got
we want you to
30,000
do
people
it.
in the stands
They're
right now.
listening to you in the tunnel. 3,
2, 1.
And obviously this is a $50,000 race to start next year. A little bit of a different promotion, but as Connie Wallace said too, is like, I wouldn't be surprised if it, the guy said that it rained overnight here in the Dome. And as Corey
We
Sommers
just
says in
fired
the
up.
driving meetings,
Yep.
we had a thunderstorm overnight here, and but when it comes down to it, this is a dirt track and it's an oval track, I think you guys can figure it out.
For tonight, it's going to be $50,000 to win, DJ.
$50,000 to win.
We got Shepard and
$3,000
Gordy
to start
on the
next
front
year.
row.
We got RTJ here in the camera view
And we are
on the
going
outside
to
row
toss
too.
it down first to the newest member of our broadcast team.
Is it one of those
Chris,
races
final
and
observations, and you
Obviously,
pick
I think we bring in the NASCAR factor because I just feel like that's our bread and butter. Flag culture. Is this one of those where you gotta be in camera view? Where are you looking here?
With that, I wasn't really sure who to go with. Driver intros. Big
So we got a
X1,
third.
Gordy Gundaker from the outside
Yeah,
of the front
third
row,
streaming
Woods one
partner.
from
Yeah.
Missouri. Give me Gordy Gundaker.
So we got Gory
Hey, guys,
Gundaker.
I think that I'm going to roll with him last night, and I'm going to roll with him again here tonight. Ricky Thornton Jr.
RTJ as a pick.
Here in the late model race.
These are the Flow Racing guys.
Nothing beats pre-race here at the Dome. Electric atmosphere. I'm going to be cliche. It's going to be B-Chef back-to-back.
Brandon
Oh,
Shepard.
All right.
Okay.
We got 3 of the 4 top
All right,
drivers
cars are
already.
rolling. Get ready, folks.
Who do I have?
Yes.
You know what? I want to see someone get their head shaved tonight.
We've seen a partial.
It's
Head
not
shave, so we're
to
going
be
Ashton
me.
Winger.
I'm going to roll with the young man that hails out
Yep.
of Hampton, Georgia. Give me Ashton Winger for the win and Ashton Winger for the bald head after this.
Jerry Van Sickle, who do you have for the win here tonight? I am going to go with Marshalltown, Iowa's the Reaper,
Ryan Gustin.
Of
Yep.
course, you would go with the Marshalltown.
I mean, obviously, I'm going with
You know
the
what? There's only one guy
Number 9.
to my knowledge, that
Thrill
has
from
Marshalltown.
Mooresville.
Nick
Originally
Hoffman,
from
car
St.
number
Louis
9
as
is gonna
well.
win the Castro
Yep.
Gateway Dirt Nationals.
Well, there you have it. Oh, we lost.
I
another
tell you what, a
baseball.
guy
Once
that-
they fall, they are done. They are
If
the
I'm going to pick an underdog that
I
is
gotta get my phone
forgotten,
charged.
We'll go ahead and flash the lineup up for those.
what do you got to do?
Phone charger.
Oh, yeah, that's halfway important. A guy that I feel like is a one that we can't forget about here. Mike Spatola. And obviously he's a Midwest guy. We're a little bit Midwest impartial. We have not.
Who's the dark horse? Pick a dark horse.
Mike Spatola.
Oh.
Am I wrong?
Winger's another one.
Winger's another one. I mean, I feel like the winner's going to come from up front, in my opinion. So if you're going to look for someone up front, you got Shepard, Gundaker, Spatola, Thornton, Hoffman, and Winger as your top 6 who have locked in from Thursdays and Fridays prelims. I feel like those are the guys that if you're going to pick a winner from, those are the guys you're going to pick. If you're going to get an underdog out of those guys, I mean, Spatola is your guy that you can go from. One on Thursday night, he's on the inside of row 2, which if, and of course, lineup changed, but the leader slips up, who's like he dips underneath. So if I have an underdog, it's got to be Spatola.
That's fair. I mean, the thing is, you can't pick your typical hammers.
Correct.
JD's deep.
I feel like he's
we're
too
not
deep.
we're not at Eldora.
Correct. Yep.
You know, I mean, let's just get that right. Like, you know, it's just hard to pick JD when he could be a lap down, 15 laps into this feature.
Yep.
Like, you know, just
He's too far back.
that's the hard part of it.
This is one of those races where you, track position is really is king. And those prelim races come in big as far as being able to start up front.
So by the rules, it defaults to the driver that was the fastest
So-
that did not make his way in, and that was big sexy Brandon Overton.
Well, once again, they've gone out and they've worked on the racetrack. Today's been a battle, man, and I hope they're about to be rewarded with 2 excellent features.
I'll say track doesn't look like it did a whole lot of work. She's pretty packed in for what it is.
All year, and it's really exciting to see him out here.
B-Chef up front is a problem.
Correct.
But
But I also feel like it's one of those that if he hits a bumper off,
Yeah.
pretty cool stuff, man.
it just takes that one guy to capitalize on getting around him.
think.
Correct.
Man, I gotta go back and look. I think
All right, folks. Well, Buddy made the feature.
We're gonna tune in here.
Very first year,
He was
they had
buried.
Dawn Hooks
Yep.
in it as well. I know Dawn was the runner-up back in 2016.
Okay. Sorry,
Just
folks.
that half bit.
I know Huck won a prelim back.
We're gonna relax here a little
Let's
bit.
check on that. But man, oh man, this is what you save your lunch money for, right
Hey,
here, my friend.
you save your lunch
That's a
money
big
for
deal,
it.
and Brandon
That's
Shepherd wants
a good
to go
way to
back
put it.
back. Meanwhile, Gordy Gundaker, they will have to evict him out of the business of the building a week from tonight if he wins this race. This will be your party.
No,
on Saturday.
He'll be down at Anheuser Brewery. They'll have to evict him from there if he wins tonight.
They'll have the high limit ring down at Anheuser-Busch for the week. Mike Spatola inside a road to his feet for him. Keith Thornton Jr., he's won a lot of big races. He's won races live in 22. He's won over one in the late model. He wants to be the 6th different.
So let's see. We got Trevor, who's we got
Really
Stoll at
think
number
Brandon
1.
Shepherd is going to be hard to beat from the pole.
Gundaker, number 1.
It's
RTJ,
very
number
cliche
1.
to say,
Hoffman,
right, to have the guy
number
on the front
1.
row, but man, that B5, he was really good here the other night. He's the defending winner of this race. You put him at the front of the field.
So we got a handful of guys that have
Laps
never
in
won this race.
We've seen in the previous runnings of this race, anything can happen.
Well, they're showing them 1 to go, DJ. Next time by.
One
Octane Race
to
Products
go.
Start Zone. We're going to get this one away.
Stand.
40 laps, $30,000 on the line, and it's championship time in the Dome.
And an extra $3,000 courtesy of Tim Love and Tire Demon, who won the 50-50. He's putting money back in the pot. Brandon Shepherd on the pole. Gordy Gundaker on
Here we
the
go.
outside. Ladies and gentlemen,
Simply Miles are hot.
The Gateway Dirt Nationals is
Green flag
underway.
is in the air. Good start for Gundaker.
Brandon Shepherd down low, clean and green down the back straightaway. Gordy to the lead. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Shepherd goes inside, drag race back to the line. Gordy Gundaker leads lap 1.
Gordy rolls the middle of the racetrack on the
Gundaker
lap.
kinda
I thought
right
he might try to sneak down to the bottom of the
lane
speedway
down
here
from
in
the
lap number
outside.
2. He does not instead.
Gets
He's
around.
going to hold steady in the middle of the racetrack. He stays out front. And
He
leads
stays
lap
out
number
front.
2.
Gordy's fucking hooked up early.
Yep.
Chevy's liking the hub down there. Ricky Thornton Jr. liking the cushion like he always does. He closes in on your
4-lap race.
They will burn that dome down if Gordy wins.
They
They won't run the modified race.
You gotta wonder if he's just kind of, oh man, Ashton Winger. Yeah, you saw what I saw. Ashton Winger and Mike Spatola made a little bit of contact there. I thought that was going to be worse than what it was. Everybody's able to shake themselves free, and we stay green flag race.
Shepherd just can't get that inside. Well, he got a little bit there in 1 and 2, but
He's still the
I think
core.
Gundaker's going to get him in 3 and 4. Yep. And that was, you saw that in the B feature races too, where 1 and 2 you kind of catch a guy, but 3 and 4 it's just you lost it, unless you're on the outside.
About 2/3 of the way up the racetrack. Brandon Shepherd a little more on the bottom of the speedway, and Ricky Thornton Jr. is watching all this unfold directly in front of him.
And right side of your screen, the battle for 6th on back. Spatola's got 6th, 7th right now under fire as Unzicker shoots to the inside of Tanner.
You got English, Pierce running the top.
I tell you what, racetrack looking really good early in this as we work lap 8 of this one.
Unzicker is kind of running the middle a little bit. Shepherd keeps putting pressure on, but Gundaker just keeps going.
Gordy's ripping the lip.
Yeah, he is. Again, he loses a tad bit of ground in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 he gains his money worth. RTJ.
Wow, Winger! Come on,
He
Winger!
wants to get a bald head by the end of the
Come
night.
on now.
Yeah.
He was going to be tough tonight. He went to the on the top side of the racetrack. Shepherd still working. Gordy, DJ.
Oh,
Tim
caution's out.
Actually,
Davenport and
Super Chef.
Just
Yep.
getting good as Super Chef goes around.
And Superman.
And Superman, a super Copeland Farms racing
Damn it,
championship down
Watusi.
in turns 1 and 2. And we'll catch our breath with 9 laps.
Well,
complete,
Watusi
31
shows
to
up
go.
for
And I want to
Alvarado.
know how many people want to see Gordy Gundaker win it here tonight. A popular near hometown
Oh,
win.
God.
How many people
Like you said, if
want to see the
Gundaker wins this
B5
one,
of
They'll
Brandon
burn that.
Shepherd?
Yep.
Excuse my language, but they'll burn that.
We're gonna have a hard time running this race next year if he wins this one.
They'll burn that motherfucker out.
We're now back and forth right now in 5th. Nick Hoffman. It's worth
So you're gonna have Gundaker obviously on his own. You're gonna have Shepherd probably on the inside.
I would have
Deller
sworn.
double restart.
Early hard charger in this one. Josh Rice has worked his way up to the 12th position.
We got 31 to go here.
Side note, Davenport's the only person on planet Earth to make around the turn of the racetrack.
Yep.
And it will be a
Absolutely.
Delaware double file restart. Most folks at home know what that is. If you're new to dirt track racers,
I will say it. So from what I see, it's
No, Winger took the
Winger on the inside.
Oh, boy.
So from halfway up on turn 1 and 2 is you got a tad bit of dirt that you can ride on there. Otherwise, it's pretty slicked off.
Bottom of the past few laps, he's going to step to the outside. Now, if you don't think Ashton Winger's about not to go full send off into turn 1, you don't pay attention to dirt late model racing. So we're going to keep an eye on that as Ashton Winger early in this one from 6th to 3rd. Cody Gundaker, your leader, and they lead the field back to the Octane Race Products restart zone. They can do the fast shaft start finish.
All right, Gordy's on his own.
We're back underway.
Green flag is back out in the high side.
Good start for Shepard.
He gets a real good restart and is able to keep the 12 of Winger behind him for the time being. And that may open up the door for Ricky Thornton Jr. and
Gundaker kind of playing defense.
Whoa! Winger just slid the hell out of Ricky.
Ricky's going to give him a little bit. Here comes Hoffman. Shepard goes by Gundaker in 3 and 4 with a slider.
Stop it.
Shepard just rides the wall.
Oh, Shepard's gone.
A little bit of smoke coming out from underneath the B5 as he went into the corner bin.
You wonder possibly a tire rub. Hard to say early in this was we work a lap at number 13. And now
I don't know if Gundaker, I mean, Shepard's pulling away at this point, but they just mentioned he's English and
you got Jaden Frame and one more
Frame.
Tanner English tied up over.
It is. That is Tanner English and a Bobby Pierce slide job right there. Not clear of English turning in there.
ooh,
Trenton Berry, let me ask
Pierce
you a
not
question.
clear.
Let's say we're at iBox Springs instant replay and Bobby.
Yeah,
Oh,
Got across Tanner's
hate to break it to you, but that's a typical Bobby slider.
Now, what is
Not
it
clear.
like watching these 20 guys go at it?
Yeah, it's insane, dude. I'm right down here in the middle of turns 1 and 2, and to just really be this close, there's nowhere else that I can go during a season where you can be this up close and personal to these cars as they're working their way through the corners. So pretty surreal and kind of a wild moment right there. Tanner English, he did tell Bobby that he was his biggest fan there as he went by.
Yep, gave Bobby the old number 1.
Blake Anderson
This one?
watching down there. These
Yep,
guys
something
are
like
using
that.
every inch of this racetrack.
Hey-o.
They are really pushing the limits of the cushion. Your sprint car brethren would be proud of them up there on that curve.
Absolutely. That's what I can think of when you watch Brandon Shepard get up on the high side. Boy, you got to wonder if that maybe is going to get Gordy back up in the seat here. He was.
So, yeah, they just mentioned here that Gordy is going to get back up on the seat here. He's going to be right behind Shepard on this restart.
Shepard was-
I mean, he was gone.
G-O-N-E,
I'm
gone.
very much in the same boat as Trenton. Man, watching from the infield here is absolutely incredible. You know,
I mean, that was Gordy's biggest kryptonite is Shepard, honestly. So you got Winger on the bottom, you got Gordy up top here on the restart, on the
I don't know what happens. in
Delaware
this
double
race. I don't know what you're
restart.
talking about.
They live on the time. There's a certain time.
There's a certain time
There's a
there. All right.
And again, it sticks true that guys that start up front kind of staying up front. Shepard, Gundaker, Winger, Thornton Jr., Hoffman, and Spatola are top 6.
And Gordy Gundaker in second. He'll choose the outside lane. Ashton Winger third.
But so the only
12
change
laps
is
are
that
in the
Pierce
books.
is now
12
6
laps are
and 7.
28 laps remain, and they'll go green in the Octane Race Products restart zone in turn 4.
Green flags back out. Chevy continues to work on the top.
Shepard gets a hell of a jump.
Gundaker leaves the bottom open. Here comes Ashton Winger. Here comes Thornton up bigger, and he had to get on the binders, DJ.
If that
Here
time is
comes
a
Winger.
Ricky Thornton Jr., man, I'm telling you, that 20 RT's got a rocket ship. He can get a real good run off turn number 2. And just as we say that, he's going to make a liar out of me because he drives right down to the bottom of the
Winger,
racetrack.
Winger,
brings
come on,
that
Winger.
outside. He
Air Force, baby.
moves in a second. Yep.
Fucking Air Force. Go get him, Tiger.
He's up to third. Last year he was second. DJ was so
RTJ keeps coming up. He's up to 3rd. Self slider.
He sure did. He got a little high.
Shepard, Winger, Thornton, Gundaker, Spatola.
Pierce just slide in front of Hoffman.
Hoffman, Pierce, Unzicker, Dustin, Rice, your top 10.
25 to go. Coming to 24 to go.
These guys are putting on a show. Meanwhile, Gordy Gundaker is going to fall back to 5th as Spatola goes around him, and now Pierce is going to join that battle as well.
Spatola
Pierce
up to
right back in
4th.
on the
Yep,
move.
4th to 4th.
Meanwhile, Ricky Thornton Jr. around Ashton
Thornton
Winger.
went around
Confirms
Winger,
caution
and we got a
flags on
caution.
and that's going to
Three.
start the action momentarily.
I think somebody's
16
bumper
laps
is sitting on a
complete.
backstretch.
And we will see the Coleman Farms caution out on the racetrack. We got a spoiler on the backstretch.
Debris in the middle of the backstretch came flying off right in front of the leaders.
How about these slides?
So now you got
Good,
Thornton
good,
on
I mean, good
essentially the
so
front
far,
row of the
and
double
damage on the right rear
restart
of
here.
Jack Riggs is number 81.
Yeah,
and that is
Shepherd
going to
Winger.
erase a 1.5
Shepard, Winger,
second
and
lead
Thornton.
that Brandon Shepherd
Pretty much
had
up
on
front
Ricky
row.
Thornton Jr.
Yeah, it's your
I feel like
front
I've
three.
seen this
Yeah.
Brandon Shepherd, Ricky Thornton Jr. showdown in the dome scenario,
Oh.
perhaps a year ago tonight.
Exactly
I
365 days.
was like,
Ricky's-
And we saw Ricky
Thornton's on
I'm
a
wearing his shirt.
heater
I'm
right
wearing
now.
his sweatshirt, but Ricky's a
Probably the most
problem.
disappointing
Hey,
situation.
he's my pick, so I want him to be a problem. Well, and obviously he's dominated the modified side of things so far this weekend. And I think I mentioned it here.
Ricky's a problem.
And I'm going to mention this tonight, and I think we're going to mention this on the Tuesday Track Talk on Tuesday for those that want to listen in, or should listen in, I should
Oh.
say.
You should be dialed in
Exactly.
Tuesday track
Uh,
Tuesday nights.
I think Thornton on the Kohler team is doing better than Hudson on the SRS team.
Oh, that's
yeah,
SSI, yeah.
Brandon Shepherd's really, really good. I don't think
Or
I'm gonna get
SSI,
that-
yeah.
Yeah, Huddy's
Let
been-
that car get too far in front of me.
He's been decent, but
6 down, 24
I think Thornton's
he ain't Ricky in it.
Correct.
Thornton
Thornton doing Thornton things.
Meanwhile,
Correct.
Ashton Winger trying to find a way back around the 20 RT.
Foles and Illinois guy.
He's not going down without a fight here.
Pierce from that 12th starting spot, methodically picking his way through the field.
Say
As is
Thornton
Josh
clears
Rice.
Winger,
Whoa!
Spatola slides Winger. Winger slides
There's no
Spatola.
passing at the dome.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of bullshit. You're listening.
Coming up here. Pierce is making his way up through the field a little bit.
That's too bad.
Shepard and Thornton have pretty much pulled away from the rest of the guys. So you're fighting for 30 a little bit.
Don't slid Winger hard.
Whoa!
Whoa! Winger said the hell with it. Give you one back. Pinched him. Oh!
Spatola pinches Winger and then slides him.
Top two have checked out and they're separated by a straightaway.
They keep going at it. Pierce gets into the curb a little bit.
Good battle for third on back.
But again,
Winger.
Oh. But again, Shepard and Thornton pull away as we got caution here.
Down in turn number 1, and we have got all kinds of action
Carpenters
here at
are
the
all
Dome
up.
America Center.
DJ, I know we've only had one lead change, but these sliders from third on back, I feel like the fans, the announcers, everybody, they deserve this race they're getting right now. This is a whole lot of fun, and Brandon Shepherd leads the way, and a little bit of a crowd poll, 21 laps down, 19 to go.
Here's a question.
Who wants to see
Disappointing
Brandon
Shepherd go
win here
back to back.
tonight? How
Sheppy's
many Ricky Thornton
tough.
Jr.
If it's going to be
fans in the
anything, I feel
house?
like it's going to be a slider gone wrong.
We've got a
Oh,
guy that has
Shepherd's
come
tough
from
right
12th to 5th. How many people think the 32
Sure, you
of
go a
Bobby
whole lot
Pierce
of
can get it done this
Guys
evening?
sitting
There's
there
some
on
believers.
camera.
They believe in Pierce. Now, how do you feel?
I thought Pierce was going to the fence there right before that.
I will say though, like, yeah, Pierce making his way up through the field. One, it's impressive, but two, it's a problem.
Getting 2 spots behind him.
Yeah.
How about the run Josh Rice has made in the 11R, guys? He's
Josh Rice?
16th. He's worked his
He's up
way
to 7.
Up to 7. Man, oh man, the Crittenden, Kentucky second-generation driver looking good in his.
He's got about a quarter of a quarter hanging on his car right now.
A curve that is very aggressive and up to the top of the wall. But I tell you what, right now,
All right, so the restart, you got to do Shep by himself.
Stoll on the inside.
RTJ on the
You
outside.
got Pierce on the inside of him.
Winger on the outside of row 2.
You got Rice on the inside of row 3.
Hoffman in the new blue on the outside of row 3.
I feel
Here we
like, yep, here we go. RGJ clears Spatola,
Ricky's a problem.
but he can't catch Shepard. That's the problem. Oh, there goes Winger.
Winger ain't afraid of nobody.
Oh, Spatola's gonna give him a shot here too. Here comes Pierce, a halfway decent. Ooh, wings. Pierce is gonna throw a slider.
Raised already.
Pierce up to fourth as Spatola gets back by him as Pierce crosses him over. Here comes Hoffman. And again, they can't pass at the dome.
They can't pass at the dome.
Bonkers, man. I mean, we've got guys throwing sliders on each other, guys bouncing off the wall,
Shit's
guys
wild.
trying to run the bottom of the racetrack.
If you're looking for sheet metal, you're probably going to get Florida that's pretty well beat up. Ooh, here goes Shepard. Tried to go for a slider. Didn't work.
Positions gained. Josh Rice 9, Bobby Pierce 8. Rich Bell slows down the back straightaway, and that'll draw a Coleman Farms caution with 25 laps complete.
We've had a couple
of
restarts here, but it's one of those that Shepard just pulls away on these restarts. So I don't know if it's Thornton needs to get a better one or it's just his car's not there. Dustin pulls into the pits. Or really not in the pits, but in the infield.
Riggs, Galston,
Yeah, it's
and
not like we've had big accidents in this one or but
We've
you
had
wanted
it,
to
just
make
not in
it.
this
Yes,
one.
not in this one. Not in this one. Yes, knock on wood.
Wait for the ticker to go
Frame.
through. Frame.
So
Yep.
Brandon Shepard out front, 15 laps to go, $30,000 on the line. Plus
mind you,
a
hey,
$3,000
$30,000 on the line.
Tire Demon to make it a $33,000.
The format changes next year. $50,000 to the winner next year.
And it turns into an invitational. It's a you apply to get into it, and then you apply once you're approved. Kind of thing.
Yep.
Well, I was gonna say,
Oh,
not
Mike
only is he
Bowder's
better,
interested.
Yeah.
He said something on social media. He'll be interested in coming to the dome
Which
next
she
year.
ran a lot of races under the Matt Tip racing
Yeah.
this year.
15 laps of the checkered flag. What do you say, DJ?
We'll see what happens.
All right, here we go. Winger on the bottom, Thornton on top.
Brings it back to the green here in the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals. RTJ got way high off.
Winger gets by Thornton on the restart. Oh, Thornton's giving him a bunch of
Shot in the
credit.
shorts.
Yep. And Shepard's just gone.
And Nick Hoffman right now in fourth. He may not be done yet. He's going to try and take third away from Ashton Winger.
Hoffman
Nick
takes
Hoffman is
fourth.
the top guy on the bottom.
Hoffman's there.
You got Winger, Pierce, and Hoffman pretty much fighting for third here.
At the front of the field. They're throwing haymakers on each other here from third on back.
These sliders are fine. Pierce
If anything, the drone's about doing the best out of anybody, these guys.
Whoa, I'm giving Winger the old right
Yeah.
The 1.7 second advantage is Thornton and Pierce go at it for second.
Ooh, Winger!
Runner is
Broke.
Winger out of the party, trouble for the 12, and he's done here tonight.
Yeah,
And
but
fourth is Nick Hoffman, fifth with 89. Spatola
Pierce is
slider
still
for
pulled
second.
away. Pierce gets around Thornton for
Oh,
second.
boy.
We get another caution here.
Bobby Pierce, can he get there? 10 laps remaining. The lead.
He's got 10 laps to work it.
We're going to keep an eye on it.
And if this stays green, Brandon Shepard will catch the tail end of
Mind you,
Bobby Pierce is
the
coming.
doors and
Bobby
quarters
at
off,
32
32
is
are for
absolutely
sale.
rolling.
Heads
The
up.
lead was 2.3. He's down to 1.5.
Shepard also will catch the tail of the back of the field here before we know it.
He may have just lost 8 tenths. He may have lost 4 tires.
I thought he had left the ballpark. He had not. And Bobby Pierce trying to get there. He gave up 4/10 that lap. 8 laps to go. And Pierce is going to put the whip to it and see if he can get to Brandon Shepard. You're
Shepard
right,
needs,
DJ.
or
Shepard's catching
Pierce
that.
needs
Yeah,
caution
look
here.
at who's about
Yeah,
to
it's
go.
gonna
The
have any
first
chance.
cars to lap down are going to be guys like Brandon Overton and Jonathan Davenport.
Shepard's got about a turn on Pierce right now.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, man.
And they're side by side in front of your leader, too. And the first few cars are in Brandon Shepard's
Or
line.
Pierce
That
needs
time
a
he takes
lot of
the
help
second
from
lap.
lappers.
He catches the hole again. Don't count him out. Pierce trying to rally up through there. DJ, they're going to race back to 5 to go. Thornton back in third. Hoffman fourth. Spatola in fifth. Lap traffic, DJ. Now to reality.
The top two have pulled away from the rest of the field, and the official stays
Yeah.
amongst themselves. Brandon
Oh, in
Shepard,
the
their leader.
shit.
Bobby Pierce closing
Oh,
in fast
my
at
God.
one time.
Overton kind of riding his line.
Shepard with 4 to go. That lead is
Overton
down to
kind of
1.
blocks Shepard here a little
Oh.
bit.
Brandon
Here
Shepard's,
comes Pierce. Oh,
Brandon Shepard's going to lap his ride from last year that won the dome. Holy shit.
Davenport's about to go lap down. Shepard's within a half a turn. Davenport's running the same line as Shepard. Allows Pierce to close in.
The car. Oh boy.
Oh man. Shepard's gonna, or Pierce is gonna slide him here.
Here comes Brandon Shepard, final time around. Bobby Pierce, are we gonna have a last lap slider in game?
Pierce is gonna slide him here, right here.
Pierce
Nope.
goes down to the bottom.
Oh, Pierce didn't get the turn as he wanted.
Pierce is broke. Shepard wins.
Oh my God. Pierce broke coming to the line.
Oh my.
Oh man.
Shepard
Shepard wins it, but Pierce broke coming to the line. Oh
Shepard,
my God.
Pierce, Thornton, Spatola, Hoffman.
Yeah, Pierce
Wow.
flag hangs on. Rudolph's nose was lighting up.
How in the hell?
Unofficially,
Shepard,
the
Pierce,
third
Thornton,
spot goes
Spatola,
to
Hoffman,
Ricky Thornton
Gundaker,
Jr.
Rice,
Second
O'Neill,
go to Bobby
Hammer,
Pierce.
Shepard Jr.
Official, ladies and
Yep,
gentlemen,
Pierce is like,
he will
I need a
be
push.
a back-to-back winner of the Castro
Wow.
Gateway Dirt Nationals. How about it for Brandon Shepard?
B-Shep goes back to back.
And his first win in the Rocket after coming back.
Yep, Rocket won.
Well, Blake, break him up. Is there a little beating and banging? Or maybe
Yep,
Super
Pierce
Shepard
broke, he just climbed out.
His son.
It could be.
Oh my goodness, what a race here tonight. Those two.
Let's see,
a little bit of hurt
Shepard
feelings,
Jr. and Carpenter.
Whoa!
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Yeah, all right, well, okay.
Cooler heads will maybe prevail.
I think hopefully they have for now. As we wait on him to make his way into FK Rod-In's victory lane, one question. St. Louis, did you have a good time tonight? We deserve that feature, short of a photo
Oh,
finish.
Pierce climbed back in his car. It's still waiting for a push. There's his push.
Santa Claus is watching too. That's the bad.
Oh, he's got the old.
Oh, Shepard Jr. and Carpenter are still going at it in the back shoot of
You know,
the
the
track.
foremost famous sports in racing aren't drivers start your engines.
Security to the pits.
Bingo.
What, half price cooked food?
I've seen a few memes about that the last 24 hours.
Well, Blake Anderson, as you wait down in FK Rod-In's victory lane, we can see Sheppy smiling. How about
Sheppy's
just
fired
smiling?
up.
I don't know how he still has his helmet
One
on.
word sums up that finish. Wow. Big smile on Brandon Shepard's face as he watches the post-race antics up on the big screen at first right in front of him, and now he rolls into a place that he knows well. FK Rod-In's victory here at the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
B-Shep and Rocket One are going to be a problem.
They're going to be a huge problem. Whether they run for Rocket or for World or Luke Soil for World Outlaws, they are going to be a problem.
What a season for B-Shep, guys. He comes back here, ripping the fence, a little drama late in some lap traffic. Bobby Pierce closing in and getting ready to climb out of the car.
Big old grin on his face.
$1,000 payday from the man from New Berlin, Illinois. Climbing.
Here comes Shepard out of the
Out
car.
of the car, make some noise for Brandon Shepard.
My, oh my.
Yep.
What a race. What a finish. Bobby Pierce closing in late. Did you realize the 32 was roping you in as the laps closed in to lap 40?
I figured, man. You know, he's when the track gets like that, there's only a couple of us that can let her eat up there, and 32 is one of them. So it's definitely, the whole race there, I had 20 RT behind me and 32 at the end there. So I was just letting that big dog eat, son.
Let that big dog eat.
XR1 rocket chassis was phenomenal. Fox shocks, Valvoline, all the great sponsors on this thing. I know I'm going to forget some people. American Racing Wheels, Danny Woodward, attorney at law. Appreciate him and all his support. Pee Wee's Record Service, Paulson Stussy, American Racing Wheels, my dad, my grandpa, Shepherd Auto Sales and Salvage. Hey, somebody needs to calm Super Shep down, by the way. Where's he at?
Well, he's dealing with Carpenter there a little bit.
Yeah, him and Carpenter are having at her.
The daughter makes it fresh off the cartwheel and driver intros. That was pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
the daughter's now down there.
You get to the end. We get to the last 2 laps. Lap traffic, and you see lap traffic running in your line. You know you're going to have company reeling you in late. Is that something where you're thinking like, bring me a yellow, or you're just comfortable in lap traffic?
Oh, I mean, my car was really good there. I could run top, middle, bottom wherever I needed to. But, I was very fortunate to have some great respect there, respectful driving from Overton and JD both. They seemed to lay over flag. And I'm sure they knew where I was running at for sure. So they moved out of the way. So that was pretty awesome. Definitely shows a lot of respect. And obviously I do the same for them anytime I race them guys. So. Like I said, I can't thank my people enough for supporting
he's got to
me.
say
There's
that.
been a lot of big changes in my career in the last 3 years. Mark Richards, Steve Baker, everybody at Rocket Chassis, my beautiful family, my wife, Michaela, my daughter Addison, my son Baylor, my son Jace, my awesome crew, Jeffrey, Lucas, JP, Corn Dog, Mitch.
Corn Dog.
Uses Pub and Eatery, Gary, just everybody involved with this team. Means the world to me to have my family here. This one's for the ones that we've all lost the past few years. We've had I'm emotional right now. This crowd is, you just can't, there's nothing like it.
30,000 people.
And,
it's
probably still tops this one, but I tell you what,
it's the crown jewel outside of Eldora.
Yep.
It's the big dog outside of there.
Back home, you haven't been here and seen it in person. It's something to come see for sure. And especially for us old Illinois boys, we like to get our 5th mile smile on and get up on the wheel and put her against the wall.
5th mile smile.
Back to back at the Dome. Is that sunk in yet?
Man, I had to, honestly. It was, when you can put yourself in that position, to be in the top 6, to get to pick your song for driver intros, which is awesome. Shout out to Hardy on that one. You get the front row, and me and Gordy were super excited, and we had a hell of a race there at the beginning, and super respectful racing from him also.
Sophie,
so thanks to him for that. And, when I get put in that position, I really want to drive a smart race. And when you have guys that you can race with up there with you, then, you can let the race come to you, so to speak. And I showed him the nose. I know he likes to run the bottom, so I kept showing him a nose, and he kept peeking down there a little bit. So I knew at some point I was gonna, do the old switcheroo on him and move up to the cushion where I really wanted to be. But I didn't want to tear my car up too soon, and I didn't know how good the cushion was going to be. And honestly, this XR1 Rocket on Fox shocks could just drive all over the racetrack. Pro Power Racing engines ran phenomenal as usual. And like I said, I can't thank my beautiful family enough for all their support, and my friends, and just everybody involved with this team. And like I said, there's been so much change in my career in the past 3 years. And, I'm just super thankful to start off this new adventure on a great note. I think Mark Richards is probably smiling right now. Matter of fact, the last race that I won in this car, I'm pretty sure, was the Prairie Dirt Classic in 2022. So he still had the old girl sitting around, and it's all cracked and beat up and busted. And he let me bring it out here and put my motor in it and go have a little fun. So I'm sure he's sitting at home smiling, proud of me right now. And like I said, I'm just super thankful, and thankful for him for giving me a chance to come back and get to do what I love again and chase my dreams. And hopefully, I give my kids something to look up to and make my family proud.
St. Louis, let him hear you one more time. Brandon Shepherd! And Super Shep makes his way into victory lane. Ben Ben, DJ, what a race. We'll go find second and third in just a moment.
Yeah, I think second's making its way to you. Ricky Thornton Jr. is down toward turn number 1. We'll let you go and maybe catch RTJ as unless Pierce has walked
Bobby
over there.
Pierce right here.
There you go. Go to Pierce.
Man, Bobby, I didn't have to go look for you. Bobby, heartbreak, I'm sure there. What do you know what happened?
Something in the the drivetrain broke, which figures how rough I was bouncing. That one time I hit it extremely hard, and I had to get smoother again after that. And that was actually the faster way around there, to enter the corner slower and then get back on it. But it was a lot like the PDC, where it's just a matter of where the bumps took you in the corner. You did your best to counteract it, and but man, what an awesome race! Congrats to Brandon on the win. Of course, I was driving so hard trying to catch him. I think that's really what made it break. That last corner there, he was kind of pulling me off too, and I had to get a good launch off the corner. And I kind of hung there for a second, so I tried to get one last good lick of cushion to launch me down the backstretch. And I think I might have hit the wall, and that's probably what broke it. But
I'll say it looked like Pierce kind of tried to go for the slide and through, and as soon as he went for it, it kind of broke.
Did you consider throwing a slide job into turn 1, or were you just basically in the mode of I got to set myself up into turn number 3?
Yeah, but last corner passes are badass, so I was waiting for the last corner, but just with the lap car.
Last corner passes are badass. I can respect that.
For me to really get a good run, and then we went down the backstretch, and JD went to the bottom. That was probably my chance there. If I could have split them guys and went for it, but it would have been treacherous. Starting 12th here, I tried my best to be lenient with all the competitors. I think I only pissed off one person. So to come from 12th to the front like that's pretty good.
Only pissed off one person.
And, we just had a really good car. I can't thank my crew enough. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Thanks to Cody again. Love coming here. Well, like I say, thanks to my crew. Can't give them guys enough thanks. All my awesome sponsors, Low Voltage Solutions, Museum Valley Transportation, Rear Waste Services, Hooker Trucking, Churchill Transport, Collins Brothers Towing, Fast One Speed Shop, Toyota Danville. Just everyone. I know I'm forgetting a bunch of people, but once again, man, awesome race. Just I'm glad I got second after that. I was hoping JD with his horns would push me to the finish line. I didn't know I'd make it, but I'm happy with it.
St. Louis, let him hear you one more time. 12th to second for Bobby Pierce.
12th to second. That's a hell of a
That's a
Ricky
hell of a
Thornton
run.
Jr. Night's not done. Still more business on the table, but what a run. I know maybe not how you wanted the night to end, but you guys put on one heck of a show up there. Was there anything you wish could have maybe gone differently that would have maybe put you a little closer to the top of the podium?
No, I mean, obviously everyone that was at top 3 here, we're driving about as hard as we can and just trying to do what we can. Congrats to Bobby and Chip. They both showed really good races. Heck, I think Chip is like he had a Cadillac running around the top over there. So, no, just hats off to my guys. Busted their butt. We're trying what we can. Maybe next year. We're close, but definitely sucks to run third. But if we're complaining about running third, we're doing something right. So,
You got a modified race left. How much did that rough and tumble take out of you?
it's a good deal. I'm Ultra Shield C with the sharp edge insert. I can go another 100 laps here. So, I think we'll be good here in the mod. Looks like I'm going to do a little track prep, and we'll just see how we go.
How about another round of applause? Ricky Thornton Jr. in third, Bobby Pierce in second, and Brandon Shepard back to back here in the Dome. Ben and DJ.
Well, Brandon Shepard with the win here tonight. I think things got a little heated back in the pit area. DJ, as right after the checkered flag dropped on that main event.
Oh, here we go.
Go!
Super shot.
We had a little meet and greet back there. He was trying to sign his shirt, and then they got tripped up. They fell to the ground. My goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
Tried to sign his shirt and they got tripped up.
Me through the wall and a little meet and greet back there. And you know what? Merry Christmas.
You just need that Stone Cold Steve music, Austin.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to head down
Grace
now
class.
with Chris Moore, who was caught up with Super Chef to find out what might have happened.
Yeah, he was so excited to come talk to us that he came to Victory Lane for us. So from your perspective, what happened on the racetrack and then back there in the pits?
Well, the racetrack, after the race, Tyler decided to take me out, and I know why. He thought I spun him out, but Hudson spun him out. I wasn't nowhere around him, so I tried to get it, and Cody wants it to happen out here.
Sorry if there's any
Stopped, so
bad language in this, by the way.
One of his guys would run their mouth, and I just stepped up to the plate. So.
Turned into Superman?
Yeah, they fucked around and found out.
No more needed.
Super shot.
After round and found out.
For 2025, very
December
soon.
4th, 5th, and 6th. FAFO, Merry Christmas. All right, here we go. Race recap.
Oh God, I love it.
Oh my goodness.
So
Gordy Gunday
obviously
really
this
went
I
on.
feel like
Gordy
was
is
the
getting
main
ready to
event
win the wins here tonight.
this
Threw a
weekend.
great race early, but Sheffy
Live
got
up to
by.
expectations, or what do you think?
Sheffy could keep pace down.
No, I
low.
think it
Sheffy
did.
gets to the lead. He
I
moves
really
on.
do. I
But
think it
Gordy
did.
drove the race he needed
You know,
to.
I mean, Brandon Shepard starting old front's gonna be tough to beat, but you know, we had your comers and goers. We had
I mean,
Winger had a shot at it. Gordy had a shot at it. Ricky was there on the top.
He was there for most of the race. The Pierce obviously was there at the end. Yeah. So, I mean, I think the outside line was definitely there.
Yeah.
It just not that it was one laned by any means, but if you wanted to gain any ground, the outside was where you needed.
You know, a couple surprises. I would say
win in this one, but that's only going to tell part of the story because from about second or third on back,
one way I would say a big surprise, obviously, Bobby Pierce won this twice.
12-2 essentially in this race. So I would say it's the hard charger.
You know, there's a couple guys in the back that struggle. I think this comes with an asterisk in terms of it's the dome, you know.
And right here in this restart, you're going to see
But,
he's going to slowly start to work his way through.
He did, and he
No, a hell of a feature.
for Bobby Pierce. And Ashton Winger, man,
Spatola finished fourth, which I feel like is a really good showing for, I would say, a more regional guy than a national touring guy. So, I mean, Shepard, Pierce, Thornton, Spatola, and Hoffman were your top five. Gundaker, Rice, O'Neill, Hudson O'Neill, Kyle Hammer, and the old man, Steve Shepard, were your top 10 in that race.
And you saw
So
he was closing in. You think there's going to be a turn 4 slider, but then the white flag flies.
They were talking, so they're talking on the recap here. Like, I thought Shepard was going to, or not Shepard, Pierce was going to restart, and then as he went in 3, I mean, you saw that car just break.
Exactly what happened there, but he goes across the line, as you said. That was how big of a lead he had in second.
And you know what I love? The energy of Brandon Shepard down there in Victory Lane. That is not the Brandon Shepard you always see in Victory Lane. He was fired up tonight. His dad was even more fired up. And he picked
I think ultimately, though,
also
another race that lives up to the Dome's expectations.
Absolutely. Race for sure lived up to the expectations. Now, we got the mod boys.
We got the modifieds,
yeah. I'm fired up for the mod feature too. You know, let's not forget that the mod boys are going to put on a good show too. You know, obviously the Super Late Model guys with National Tour guys that are going to run this are going to do this, but we're going to have some pretty solid modified guys running this feature yet.
And I think obviously one of the bigger modified moments, of the Dome comes from one of the prelim nights. Be featured obviously Kenna Walls.
Yep,
the Herminator.
Herminator is going to have a lot. He's going to have something to say about this feature.
Well, it's what obviously RTJ is going to be in this feature too. He has. I mean, he's really been down all weekend.
My adrenaline's
when it comes to it.
out too, guys. That was fun.
Well, the good news is we get to do this one more time.
Me personally, I love modifieds, but I also love to see the midgets. Race here. That's just me. So
conventional award, there is an award tonight. $600.
We're doing the not necessarily the hat dance, but we're doing the sign.
Yeah, we're doing the signed picture dance.
Yep.
Hand the sign, 1, 2, picture, go. Yep. Switch from Bilstein shocks to
Arizona sports shirts,
O'Reilly Auto Parts, Weir's Machine, American Racing Wheels. Now, that being said, hats off to those sponsors that are helping out, keeping these sponsorships going in terms of the racing.
And You know, hats off to Cody Saunders as well.
Of course.
He obviously is the promoter of this race, has been doing a lot to keep this race what it is. Probably had a lot to do as far as getting this race another 3 years worth.
Yep.
$500 for the best driver entry.
I think so too. We saw
And
good driver intros.
like I said, overall making this race what it
from a
is.
few of them. This is what we've had.
Kind of a racer's guy as far as
Guys are gonna
promoters go.
step it up a notch here in just a few
This
minutes.
past few years they have. Well, I'll tell you what, let's
So-
catch our breath. It's been a lot of fun. Let's step aside. Thanks to marketing partners. We come back to the Dome. One race to go. It's the mod feature here. 10,000 on the line from here at the Castro Gateway.
10 grand
Dirt
on the line
Nationals.
for your
Go rally, go
modifieds.
Birds. We'll be right back.
As the drone shot goes by the dome here for
US
some
Cellular has the incredible
promotional
new
stuff.
iPhone 16 Pro. The
Really?
first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence. Spread the word.
And don't forget camera control. It'll blow you away.
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. US Cellular, built for us.
When I was working on one-wheel prototypes in my garage years ago, I dreamed that one day people were going to be riding all over the world on it. It has more in common really with snowboarding, wakeboarding, and surfing. It's really a new kind of digitally enabled board sport. What I'm most proud of is that we've been able to build this global movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty amazing. 10 years. What is the next 10 years?
Open Wheel Mod Boys time.
Yep.
Get a chance to put on the show.
Sure. Super sure. Nos vamos a caer. Nah. Are you sure? Super sure.
Don't be sure. Be insured. Switch to Progressive.
Overall reviews. Talk to me.
Super late race, I think. I mean, obviously, I feel like it lived up to the expectation.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think Super Chef I didn't think B Chef was gonna go back to back.
No,
pretty tough to do.
Yep, 100%. Oh, and I feel like a race of this caliber is hard to go back to back in as it is.
Yep.
And
Especially knowing the format and for the track, right?
I did say before this race started, though, that it was a race of track position.
Yep. Absolutely.
And Shepard proved me to be right in that fact. I would say Pierce was definitely the outlier, but you had RTJ up there, you had Spatola up there, you had Winger up there up until he broke.
Oh.
So it's one of those that the track position definitely came into the factor, which makes the point of running good on Thursday and Friday huge.
Oh, amen.
Hey, what's up, Miko? Dad.
And if I'm going to compare it to race, honestly, I'd compare it to the Chili Bowl. We're running good on your tree limb night, whatever night that is.
Okay, so I told
Yep.
him to pull
Absolutely.
Oh, a little bit of time goes a long way. So you can save money too. Nice. More money for nights at the library.
For a better clean with less, it's got to be Tide.
My moderate to severe ulcerative colitis symptoms kept me.
And like from my standpoint, like I said, I'm obviously a asphalt racing guy versus youth camp, but this has definitely made it to a bucket list race of mine over the years.
Skyrizi helps
We came
and remission in UC.
close.
Significant
Oh,
symptom
yeah.
relief.
We came close to doing it this year.
Bowel movements and less bleeding.
And I feel like it's one of those that we're going to do in that handful, a couple of years coming up.
12 weeks and 1 year.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur before treatment.
Which obviously we would
Tell your doctor about any
handle this weekend differently as far as streaming purposes go.
may occur when treated
Or-
previously.
But
Take control of your UC.
we definitely have a health time.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi.
A 2-man and a truck.
Means anything. We were tuned in pretty much when prelim races started. We watched the prelim races, the Snowflake, the Snowball Derby earlier today. We were out and about in the old town of Platteville, city of Platteville, whatever you want to say.
Yep.
And we had double action going. I had my phone going with some racing. We had his phone going with some racing. No matter where we were at, we were getting our fix in.
Yep. We weren't missing a second of it.
Nope.
I'm excited for modifieds.
Yeah, they're gonna put on a race.
3 times stronger
Bowl of
can make a
popcorn.
big difference. Castrol Edge is 3 times stronger than the leading full
Oh, of course.
synthetic. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum.
It's hot. So
Get holiday ready sales event.
I was going to let a little bit of break. You post your question, I'm going to post mine.
So, camera comments. Go to the Dome next year. Stream the race live on YouTube.
Well, there's some
Legality?
copyright.
Yeah.
Yep. There's some issues with that.
I love the thought.
We could do a whole vlog.
Yep. We would do a vlog as a coming and going type of deal.
Yep.
We can't
Broadcast race.
correct. Yep.
So
we would love to.
Oh, absolutely. So the comment I was going to throw out here is, I think over the years that the Dome has obviously become a crown jewel race. Where in the rankings of crown jewel races do you feel like this falls into? Is this a top 5 race of the year? Is this a top 10 race? Like where? Because I mean, late model side. I mean, you got the World 100. You got the Eldora Dream. You know, Dirt Classic. I mean, you got a lot of crown jewel races when it comes to dirt late models. Where does this really a stand-alone race, non-sanctioned race, for lack of a better term, where does this rank amongst others?
Welcome back for the nightcap. There's just one more.
What'd you
Your
feel?
Summit
That's a good
Racing
question.
open wheel modified.
You know,
A
like-
main.
I think as far as
Late model features
non-sanctioned,
see with the open wheel
essentially
modified
a
tour
non-Wallace,
set.
non-Lucas Oil
Fantastic
race.
nightcap
Nope.
here
Because I
at
feel
the
like those are the two that
Jim,
were
man,
kind of
no
going
pressure,
off.
but we just,
I mean,
we
I feel
just
like
had
this
the
has got to
late
be a
model
top
race come down
race.
to the very last lap, so no pressure. But
Yeah,
modified
I mean-
guys,
There.
But as far as the rest of the year, where does this rank?
Perfect.
Well, we're talking
Castles.
what standalone events does it go up
Good
against?
old-fashioned. It's gonna be good old-fashioned good time here.
it's
We're
really
talking-
cleaned up nice, Jerry.
You're doing
You,
late
you
model
get that,
thing.
you get that curve up there. They go up there, bounce off of.
We're
but you get around the
talking,
bottom too. And I think these guys are up on the show.
So it's gonna
Which
be
honestly, the Dream is one of the only other.
Wait for them to get ready so we can introduce them and. Like
Yeah,
you said, DJ,
I mean,
sometimes the
we have to
modifieds
remember
set up this driver intro
the
plan.
They do.
They
Prairie
get
Dirt
out.
Classic is sanctioned by the
You know,
World
one thing I love
Outlaws.
about the
But
modifieds here, man, is on this little racetrack.
You get
You know,
Lucas Oil guys.
from
Motor
a
modifieds,
from a
right? So
pure
you got UMP dirt car style
unique
modifieds. You have
standpoint,
But
The
you've
Dome
also
is
got
up
a
there.
lot of the IMCA
Yep.
guys,
You know,
here, right? You've got those
the
guys,
Predator
like most of
Classic,
the IMCA guys.
everyone knows
they're
you're going
running
to the
motors in them,
Keys.
right? And so
Yep. You know,
it's
we talk
just-
about the world, we talk about
this
the
being
dream.
the great
It's
equalizer and
Eldora. You know,
schedule-
JD is going to show up and be a force to reckon with.
Yep.
That's, you know, it just.
Schedules don't conflict where guys are not going to be able to show up.
It's a very unique situation.
And they're going to run it inside and have a good time with it. But yeah, like you
So,
said, from
you know,
being
from
on
a
the
beer
racetrack is
unique
the
and
equalizer of both
I don't know,
divisions.
unique. I don't know how
We've
you say it.
got,
Rough and rowdy standpoint.
Wissota
The Dome's on its own,
IMCA
but
champions, we have UMP national champions, and more.
you
And
know,
what
I
you
don't know.
can have, and that is great looking merchandise. J Van, yep, from our good
Where
friends
does the
at
Prestige
Slow Racing.
stand?
You can scan
It's
the
very,
QR
very
code
hard to
there
say.
on your screen. And I bet if
And
you
yet,
scan
from
that
a
QR code,
standalone
please
race
learn
where
that.
it's
I
a,
don't know this for
like I
sure.
said,
And I know from my
non-sanctioned
experience, I
race,
usually get
I
my
think it's
stuff in
on
the
top
mail
of the
within
charts.
about a week and a
It's
half,
there.
maybe 2 weeks at the most.
Yeah.
I bet if you put an order in now, it'll get here by Christmas for sure. It'll get here by the end of the year, I think. For
Here's a
sure.
question.
So I should expect one from you, is what you're saying?
Well, you should, buddy. But the thing is, I ordered a small.
If it's
so-
not at the top of the
That's
charts,
what I heard. I also saw a picture of Jerry wearing a small
does
today. So
the increase in purse for next year change your opinion?
Well, and we saw a comment from Mike Marler earlier today.
You can also go to
where-
shopfloorsports.com.
I don't remember exact comment, but he pretty much replied that, hey, I should probably think about coming
that as you
next
see
year.
the JCB pit area here. And I think it's just about time to get underway
So-
with driver intros for the modifieds.
Oh boy, got another comment. Hold on. Driver intros are starting.
Here we go, 30 laps the distance. Let's meet your stars and cars. Starting 20th. Driver hails
I mean,
Louisville, Kentucky, drives a stealth
Cameron basically says that with the new format as far as next year goes, as far as the application process, that
Correct.
it's going to take out some guys that maybe were in it this year that won't be in it next year. We talked about this too. It's just going to make it that much tougher to get into the race. But the guys that you're going to be racing against is going to be much tougher as well.
Right.
And yeah, it even comes down to prelim bags too.
You know, what does it do? Your national tour guys, it's going to put them up against each other.
And you're going to get national tour guys. I mean, we saw it last year where Pierce didn't even make the race.
Of course.
So you're going to get guys that aren't going to make the race because of the competition that you have. And there isn't that guarantee of the provisional either.
Correct.
Hey, if for lack of a better term, it doesn't matter what you ran throughout the rest of the year. Not for provisional wise. That would get you to the dome to race your way in, but you still got to race your way in.
Yep.
Starting 17th tonight. Driving the Jordy Nelson.
And we have to remember, we have to remember the modifieds are invite only.
Yep.
This year they were invite only. They're going to be invite only. So
you're already getting some of the best modified guys in the country. Yep. Guys that have won feature races, guys that have
guys that have a really big social media presence.
Guys that have won track championships, guys that have won regional championships.
The Gerber Collision and Glass, number 65 from Hayesville, Kansas. It is
It's not just anybody that's getting into this.
Correct.
You know, we have
especially in the modified game. On the modified side, it's not just an invite. You know, on the late model side, it's timing of being able to register within the first 5 minutes of that registration opening. The modifieds are not the same.
And next year it really comes down to that Super Late Model side of things too, where a guy can register, and as long as they have a hell of a year, yep, we'll have you come over.
Yep.
So it's not.
Here's a question: does performance next year dictate getting an invite to the Dome?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So to that point, it makes running, even if you don't run a World Outlaws, or you don't run a Lucas Oil, running a regional series, up here, it would be the Dirt Kings. Minnesota. Running very good in those series will mean so much fun. If you're looking to run the Dome. Huh? It's kind of it's a resume builder. All right, I'm going to enter in. Here's my resume. Here's how I did this year. Here's why I think you should let me run.
Pouring one out for Scott. That's exactly right. Zane and Scott were very good friends.
Yes, they were. Going to be starting row number 7 inside the 13th starting spot. The wall-to-wall industrial docks and doors. West Trucking, Ashley Lauren. MB Customs, 23 wins in 2024. 40,000 plus Facebook followers. He hails from Success, Mississippi. We'll see if he can make it rain tonight. It's Chase Holland. Oh, there he goes. Make it rain.
Making it rain.
Yep.
We now move our way to your 12th starter. Drives the D&E Outside Services, Pete Decal, Toby Case, Hideaway, Schmidt Family, Mesa Muffler, Tire Demon by Love Tap Skyrocket. It's the Love Machine pilot tonight. The 2023 IMCA Supernationals champion, the 2024 IMCA Modified Summer Challenge Series winner. 17 wins this season to the driver from Harcourt, Iowa. It's T-Dub Tim Ward. Rolling his inside the 11th starting spot, a 4-time Farmer City Speedway champion. 3rd in Northern Illinois region and a 2-time Falls Cup champion. 30 wins over the last 3 years. He pilots the 188 Philip Dumpster Rentals. Joyce and Dale Nagel Tire Slick. Mullins Powered Bush Machine, and of course is Pontiac, Illinois 37-hour Michael Whitford. Now we roll to your 10th starter. 120 dirt wins, the Opine Prelude to the Dream winner. The 2012 Summer Nationals champion. 2022 and 23 Missouri and Illinois regional champion and runner-up in 24. Drives a PSM Crown.
We'll see what the people have to say. I just asked if success across the season affects invites to the Dome. I mean, it's a name versus success. A big name could have a really, really bad year, but does a big name warrant? Does a big name warrant?
Does a Kenna Wallace?
Oh, well, yeah.
With the old string dance.
Whoa!
Kenna, baby. I love me a Kenna Wallace.
Starting 9.
So, okay, so at what timing? Kenny Wallace has backed off his modified program over the years.
Yep.
He ran a ton of races years ago. He has now focused more locally as far as his races go. Not what he runs even though he's a big name, qualify him for the Dome. If I'm a promoter, I don't see why I wouldn't include Ken Wallace.
Right. Why wouldn't you want? Why
He
wouldn't
is
you want?
indeed not too old yet, J-Man.
Look at the social media. Oh, you know.
Look at just the.
So let's go back to not even the track performance. Let's go back to social media.
Yep.
We will now move
You know?
to your 8th place starter.
Well, not even look at the social media, but again, look at what he did a couple years ago and that amazing B-main performance that he had to get himself into the A-main. Let's be honest, like Kenny Wallace, as far as dirt racing goes, is other than before Kyle Larson came out of the scene. Kenny Wallace and Ken Schrader, when it came to dirt racing, were the biggest names. It's the fact that Kenny Wallace is just, he's a character in its own right.
He's a character has a super big social media following.
Yep.
That's how I feel about you right now. Fucking replay my Snapchat. Don't respond to anything. Don't answer my phone call.
Oh boy,
You must have seen something on your phone because you fucking replayed my Snapchat.
Moving to the inside of that row number 4. The RFI Resources Windscreen Solutions, all about wraps, all about doors, jury siding, and roofing. ABC Supply. Certainty. He's a 2024 Lucas Oil Model Dirt Series Rookie of the Year.
You know what I'm going to do with that bonus?
Defending champion in cement. Out of Heinemann, Pennsylvania. Put your hands together for Trey.
All right, here we go. What do you got for the mods?
I mean, I keep saying that Thornton has been a threat all weekend. Hard not to.
Well, yeah. Uh-oh. We got the worm.
I'm going to cut a rug down there.
Cut a rug.
Moving to the inside of row number 2. A 5-time IMCA modified national champion with 1 IMCA stock.
Again, I said track position is a huge thing here, so I've already started 6, I think.
To the credit of the Weekend Warriors Group, Where's Machine Racing Products, Kaiser Manufacturing, Integra Shocks by CPD, Friesen Performance, Twin Rivers Auto Group, Schmitz Incorporated, Stone Oil Field, Speedway Motors built the power plant between the frame rails of the Brand X chassis. From Beatrice, Nebraska, say hello to Jordan Grabowski.
Grabowski's going to be a tough one.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Well, that was entertaining.
Imagine peanut butter with no shirt.
Imagine peanut butter with no shirt.
Let's make our
Oh,
way
boy.
to your
Hey, that's what happens when you give guys free reign as far as how they want to drive intros.
Prelim winner to the Winter Meltdown at Bottle Speedway Park, the 2023 prelim winner at the Masters at Cedar Lake, 2021 USMTS prelim winner at the King of America. Drives a first-class septic Cornet Race Engines, VP Heartland, Larry's Carburetor, Bear Graphics, Hughes Racing Chassis, La Hacienda Mechanical and Motorsports. It is from El Paso, Texas, Carlos Amata Jr.
Wow, he's won the Masters at Cedar Lake. Huh? Wow. Cheech or what? I missed it.
I missed it too.
Cheech and what? Cheech and Chong what?
Probably.
And now, let's meet.
I missed what his sign said. He said Cheech and Chong. There's something else
Let's
on the
meet
bottom.
your front row inside starter from the pole. Second in UMP Summer National Points. Fourth in UMP National Points. 8 feature wins, including stops at Eldora Speedway and Volusia Speedway Park. The Tank Lining of Paris, Neville Dumpsters, Pontiac RV, Reeser Landscaping, Troy Page Excavating, Neville Farms Multi-Fire Plug Wires. It's powered with a Hoffman, and it's an Elite. The driver hails out of Mackinac, Illinois. It's triple lucky sevens for Trevor Neville.
That one's got,
he's going to be...
He's going to be a problem.
Again, running the Hoffman.
Oh, he's got a broom.
Chassis,
He's got a broom. Uh-oh.
Look at a sweep.
Trevor has got the
He just rode out on Darian Rucker's shoulders.
I saw that.
He's got
Oh,
the
boy.
broom. Let's go.
Oh, goodness. Looking to sweep it like we said, everything Trevor has done this weekend has had a 1 attached to it. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your stars and cars of your nightcaps at Summit. Open field modifieds, 30 laps the distance, 10 grand on the line with a $3,000 bonus from Tim Love and the gang at Tire Demon by Love Tap. Man, we'll get these guys all strapped in, bring the house lights up, and see Trevor getting some last minute instructions.
You good after that? You need your breath. Do you need to catch your breath?
No, I'm good. I think we're all going to need to catch our breath at the end of 30 laps on this one.
These modifieds at the Dome, don't
Double
sleep
sleep
on
on
them, man. They
No.
always seem to have a way to just entertain these race fans here in St. Louis, Missouri.
They always seem to tickle your fancy in just the right spots. So we do thank and appreciate each and every one of you, whether you've been here every night in the stands, been at home every night, tuned in on Flow. It's been our pleasure having you here with us and being in your homes as next year, 4, 5, and 6, the first weekend of December. Make sure, mark it on your calendar, watch the socials, watch the websites.
And as soon as tickets go on sale, remember to renew those ticket packages as they'll go fast. And like we said, great to have 30,000 of our closest friends in the building tonight.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the dates, December
Makes me wonder if the modified
5 and
pay is
6
gonna go
in
up too.
2025.
Wouldn't
Go
be
ahead and put
surprised.
that in your phones
Again,
now.
I still say
Don't be afraid
bring
to text
back the
boss and
midgets.
tell
Let's
them
get three
to knock those things off
divisions
next
going
year.
here.
You can just like quit like on the 3rd of December and reapply on the 9th or something. You could try that.
Is that what you did?
Now, one time I did. It worked actually. So if you need a note, I'll get you a deal. So nightcap about ready. What's the boys on the floor at? Trent, where are you at?
Hey, I'm right down here in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Chris is right down here with me as well.
Chris, now that we've introduced you to real modifieds, and I'm going to give you.
You're
not. I forgot. He's got the mud buses up there. What else do they call them things up
Mud
there?
turtles. I prefer mud turtles.
Okay.
Yes.
It used to be mud buses, though, right?
That's another one. But we're
Rigby's
also
gonna
pretty
be a
close to
problem.
Pennsylvania, so sprint car country. So they like to talk about how slow they are. So mud turtles is another
There we go.
common one. But
Well,
I've been to Port Royal a lot, and the modifieds have been the best race I've ever seen at Port Royal. So that is, take that for what it's worth.
Good. Who you got on the docket, Dylan, if you be in Victory Lane?
20 RT.
20 RT?
Never in doubt. 20 RT by a straightaway.
By a straightaway?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, boy. Wow.
Trenton, what do you think?
But I'm thinking about it here.
By the way,
I was
20
fully
RT by
prepared to
straightaway.
roll
That's
with
what
with the 20 RT as well. But I think in light of that, we'll go somewhere else. How about it for the 65, my people out in the Mesilla Valley? Everybody cheered for Carlos Amata Jr.
Carlos Amata.
Blake?
Nope.
Well, you think Jordan Grabowski. Not often do I think of drivers from
Grabowski
Nebraska.
is a pick.
He-
I'm a,
on that state.
I know he's not going
Take
to probably
Jordan
do a
Grabowski.
lot, but I'm doing it just for the crowd reaction. Oh, I want a Kenny Wallace.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing it just for the crowd.
They'll burn that place down.
Yep.
Blake just took my pick.
You still have
You want to talk about a literal burn that place down.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you son of a! Oh.
The only thing that would make it better is Kenny Schrader
The Beavers not
was
even
there
we're backing right over DJ.
for that as well.
Yes, you guys.
That's for dinner.
Well, you know what then? I like a guy that puts on a
I'm
show.
kind of surprised Schrader
hang
didn't
on.
give me invite.
There's about 20 of them there.
That been taken.
But I'm talking about.
Well,
a
I wouldn't
guy
be
that
surprised if
really
Schrader
puts
got an
on a
invite,
show
just
in
didn't
a
want to go.
modified. And I know the people from
Well,
Illinois
that's
know what
true.
I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, there are people that want to rename falls hashtag Halls. Yeah, that's right. You know it, Gateway. Give me the 24H of Mike Harrison. Well, I really expected a bigger reaction.
That was terrible.
I mean, you chose a guy that came out in a wheelchair, so you think there'd have been more behind.
He's old
It's
like
Fairbury.
this,
Come on.
Yep.
It ain't Halls, it's Falls.
Falls.
It's criminal to think that they would rename that place.
Yeah.
It's weather. It's what do they, it's seasoned. It's been
Grizzled.
That cold front that came through yesterday evening got it inside here.
Yes, it did.
Hey, DJ,
Hey, Chris.
you said you wanted
Dirt in
to
December.
put a show in a modified.
Who you got down
I
there?
don't see Matt Shepard or Stuart Friesen or any of those guys in the pit area. I don't know.
Batman. Peter Britt.
Oh, Peter Britton.
Stuart
Wow.
Friesen.
Williamson could do it.
Wow, no
Alex,
way, man.
Alex Payne and Mike Trout's over here in the grandstands.
You know who one of my best friends in life is. Not a lot of folks know this.
One more,
Oh,
so.
yeah, aside from him, you know who could put on a show is my man Mike Maresca.
Come sit down and watch the race.
He is celebrating his wedding, actually, actively right now.
I know Mike well. I bet he is celebrating all right.
You guys mentioned Matt Williamson. I mean, no love for
I
Matt
said it.
Williamson.
Money Matt. Yeah.
Oh, hey, I never gave you guys my pen. Okay.
Oh, well, sorry it took so long. I mean, we just moved on.
I think I'm going to go with the first repeat winner.
Drake Troutman.
Yes. I'm going to take the 5.
No.
All right. I'm going to take the 5 from the 9.
Troutman's not going to do it?
No.
I mean, Chris Moore. What I mean, do we want to get Cooter, Rex King Jr.
Where are you going?
Here? My man.
Oh, yeah, you're going out your direction.
my man Garrett Crummer. I mean, hey, you tell me. You tell Eric Rudolph. Who are we throwing out here?
Oh, Eric Rudolph. You can tell Wallace just pulled out. He's got that nice bright yellow Jags car.
Yep. When the guy flew out of the ballpark, I texted Billy. I said,
Put on the table.
I said, he's got nothing when your throttle stuck in Port Royal.
Yeah.
You guys saw that.
Oh. I mean, if we are stack ranking racetracks where you do not want your throttle to stick, Port Royal has got to be near the top of that list.
Yeah. I mean, even down the backstretch, if it stuck the wrong way, you'd end up in that house on the back outside the racetrack.
Catch fence repair is one thing. We had about an hour and a half of guardrail repair that night. That was big.
Ooh.
We had Corey Eliason go over the guardrail
boy.
for that fencing that's
Here we go.
beyond the guardrail.
Announcer's curse there.
A couple years ago. That was pretty big.
So Port Royal's awesome, but you wreck.
Yeah, and check the Tusky 50 into my veins, the church stand, the fair, everything about it.
So modifieds on the racetrack, they lay down a little bit of moisture, they'll roll that
Not
on
good
in.
really.
Yeah, your colors are both blue and orange.
The nightcap, just moments
Ooh,
away
yeah.
from getting started.
He's more orange or blue. I'm blue and
Trevor
orange.
Neville,
It matters.
they're
Orange is blue.
trying to sweep the weekend.
Blue and orange or
Was
blue and
quick
gray.
time,
Not really gray.
Oh,
Gray.
is it the shirt gray?
won the
Oh, it's
qualifying
blue.
feature, drew the front
Open
God
your
damn,
eyes.
I'm colorblind.
Open your eyes.
back it
Well,
up and leave it
I'm
there.
halfway colorblind.
This is a good shirt.
But it wasn't today. It was not
Carlos
today.
Hanna Jr. right there to the
I guess I
outside
could have
of
put
row
on
number
a
one.
different shirt.
Jordan Grabowski, Trent Young, Ricky Thornton, Michael Long, Drake Troutman, Tyler Peterson.
I'm just going to throw this
Mike
out.
Harrison, Kenny Wallace,
Do we see a modified flip?
Michael Edford, Tim Ward, Chase Holland,
We almost saw it in
Dane
the
DeVilbiss,
prelims.
Tyler Wolf, Tyler Davis, Mike McKinney, Tanner Mullins, Austin
I'm going to
Becerra,
say
and
no.
Jimmy Lennox.
I feel like it's too
Going
slick
through it
off.
down the starter stand.
Do we see a slider go wrong?
Says next time we're going green from the RE starter
Come on,
stand.
buddy.
Off
All right, one to go
starts
here in the
out
modified
turn
race.
number 4.
Modified
White
feature.
flag waving,
Oh, you tried to
letting
jump
them
down.
know. Get ready. Lights are off.
Somebody's not happy.
Nightcap is ready. Modified fans.
The nightcap.
Here we go.
Get going.
Into turn number 3 and 4. Final event at the Dome for 24 is Green Flag Racing. They'll hustle off at turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Tyler Neville going to take the race lead. Young going to look there, and here comes Grabowski. Oh, up the hill goes Young. That's going to open the door. Tyler Neville going to take a nice little comfortable lead down into turn number 1. Amana right there to the outside. Cinco de Dome working the top of the racetrack. White Castle served by the 10 Wyatt Young. Grabowski there 3 deep for the race for second. Michael Long right there. And here comes
Grabowski and
RTJ. Tyler Peterson down on the 1 team.
So Young and Armada going at it.
Number 3 and 4. Neville still out front. Battled out and shooting for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
RTJ kind of stuck at the bottom a little bit.
Carlos outside. Looking to
Fourth,
the inside is Young.
Sixth,
Working
yeah.
off at turn number 4. This thing wheel to wheel. And we're only 4 laps of the 30 to go.
And how about Trevor Neville, man? I mean, Trevor Neville is just picking them up and putting them away early in the going in this one, JB, in a 1.8.
That one's going to be tough.
As we talk
Yeah.
about for the folks at home, it is a hornet's nest from second on back.
Second on back going to be Armada on the top.
A lot like Shepard, kind of right on the bottom, get his lead right out of the gate.
We are to make Boltman Farms Racing caution flag.
Ooh, that's a broken stand
As the
rod.
right front snapped off on the 22 of Becerra. He'll need to hook on that thing as he caught the K-rail getting into turn number 1 and just rode it down through turn number 2. So we'll see if he can steer it off or if they're going to have to hook him up. But that right front is peeled back.
Yeah,
on
and he just
that
dug in.
22A machine.
You can see him trying to drive away there and just unable to do so. So unfortunately, it looks like Austin Becerra may require the assistance of a wrecker to get off the racetrack there, Jerry, and a tough break for the from Carthage, Illinois. Hey, there's a guy that's worked his way up through the ranks, ran a former sport mod champ, worked his way up and ran IMCA modifieds for a while, and just run open modifieds here, UNP style modifieds for the last couple of years now.
He's right down in that area, in that Illinois, Iowa area. It's you can race UMP a couple nights, you can race IMCA a couple nights, and he's he's had success in both sanctions. I know he's run a little bit. He sat behind the wheel of the late model this year a couple times. So
was he an IMCA national champ in sport mods?
He was a super national
champ. There you go.
His final year in the Northern Sport Mods, picked up the coveted Super Nationals title, then moved up in the modifieds.
Jerry, Trent Young stocked in the middle of the backstretch. The cord came out on his Racing Electronics radio, so they just got to plug back in, so he'll get his spot back.
You bet. That's good to hear. Guys sometimes know if they come unplugged or don't. Always get.
He's probably stopped down, got one of those new radios from Chris Michael Racing Electronics. They got a lot of good stuff down there in the pit area.
Yeah, I had to bring a headset down for repair, and they were going to take it back and get it fixed up.
Chris will get you taken care of.
Yes, it's the one that I hook like 8 radios up to on a weekly.
I've never seen you do that, Jerry.
Field going to set up behind Trevor Neville, and then Delaware.
All right, 24 to go.
Right there. Carlos going to opt to the inside. That'll put Trent to the outside. Grabowski and Thornton side by side there, 4th and 5th. 5 down, 25 to go. Green coming right now. Octane restart zone. Is its way man of Blackstone will hustle to turn number 1. Trent Neville going to roll the outside. Ricky Thornton coming. On the bottom, working there with the 30 of Grabowski, and there comes
Young Shine, but Neville is first.
Peterson
Pulling away.
Now Trent Young takes us down to the top. Trent Young's got to run.
Weird goes Young.
Trent Young and Trevor Neville going to race side by side to turn number 1.
Young gets the outside. Neville can't slide him.
Parked it hard in the fence, and we are going to see possibly, yes.
Oh, Grabowski out.
Barnes Racing, number 30, and I guarantee you,
put her in the wall hard.
That's not real impressed with her dad right now. Again, an iBox Springs instant replay. We'll see what happens. They get down in there. Grabowski just gets the rear
put her in the wall hard.
Michael Long gets into him, and then that straightened him out and put him up there in the K-rail. Tough break for Jordan Grabowski. Window net down. He had high hopes of a great run here tonight. Michael Long's got some war damage on that right rear. Porter hung off on that. So they'll get the field reset. Trent Young, I think he's got something for that 777 machine. Had been stalking him back there just a little bit. As a caution come out, he had a run coming off the top of turn number 4.
Any good comments?
Just as the yellow came out, so they'll get everybody aligned and confined and put where they need to be.
Jerry, I got Jordan Grabowski down here.
3 people.
He's looking things over. Jordan, you just get in there a little hot. Yeah, hit the hole and broke the J-bar, I think, but shit happens, man. That's on me because I picked you, so I apologize.
CHIT happens.
We'll come again next year and try again. All right, Jordan Grabowski gave it a heck
depends
of a
if
run,
you get
guys.
invited or not.
Of course, Jordan builds those Brand X race
But it's
cars
fine.
and had some great
He'll
success
probably get
the last
invited.
couple
Oh,
of
yeah.
years.
Saw a great one
Jay
of the best
Grammer,
races I saw all
as they
year
call
was
him.
with Jordan Grabowski. And
Don't know
he
if that's
actually had
what they call
Ricky
him, but I'll
Thornton
call him
Jr.
that.
in one of his modifieds. It ran
Easy.
at the address
2024.
just before
Jay Grammer.
Lucas went to
Easy.
Eagle. What's that?
His name
I
was
think it was just
Grabowski.
went to Eagle, or maybe it was
Jordan Grabowski,
Shelby
Jay
County
Grammer.
and that little swing. And I went there. And Grabo, of course, welcoming with open arms to his hometown racetrack, and he and Ricky Thornton Jr. swapped the lead.
So we got
twice on the last lap.
RTJ on the inside here.
Getting the win. How about at the front of the field, though, man? Trevor Neville, good year for him this year. Jay Van, 10 wins on the year. And Trent Young behind him. Trent, look, he still runs nearly 40 races a year, but not what, he used to run 50-some races a year. He's reigned that back in a little bit, man, but still knocking out wins. A 7-time winner this year. Trent Young here showed he can still get it done at the Dome at American Center.
It's a lot of hitters. I mean, you look at the class of the field. If you took everybody's resume that's out there, you have got the who's who of different sanctions, different decades. So many feature wins out there.
And you look through this field as well, and you've got guys that don't just win in modifieds. You have guys that win in all disciplines of racing. And Ricky Thornton Jr., obviously, man, I mean, he could win in a wheelbarrow. But you got Mike Harrison out there who's done some late model racing. You've got Kenny Wallace. You've got Drake Troutman who's done the same. You've got guys that have won in IMCA stock cars.
You know, Ricky could win in a wheelbarrow.
Modifieds. You have guys who win in IMCA modifieds. And it's just
He'd win in a big wheel tricycle for all I know.
Field, man, is just absolutely incredible.
You take a look at a guy
Good
like Tyler
Lord.
Peterson with the wins he had last year.
He'd race a big wheel tricycle for a case of beer.
Now a two-time Minnesota late model champion.
Probably.
Two-time Minnesota modified champion. And he messaged me, said, "Hey, are you doing driver introductions?" Remind me about the late model driver too.
Yeah, fair enough.
And a very good one at that.
And now you got RTJ running top 3.
We're about to go back to green flag racing.
And he's got a full right rear going for him.
Restarts out, green flag out of your racing electronic starter stand as we go to turn number 1. It's going to be that 777 and Neville there, your racer. Now here comes RTJ. Ricky Thornton has found a shovel.
A little bit of a slider from RT. A full slider from RTJ. Gets him up to second.
Yes, yellow is out as the right rear quarter off of Michael Long's 18L has decided to
That's some
take a nap.
sheet metal for sale.
It was tired of dragging around.
buy
Said,
that.
Don't need to ride no more. Just let me lay up here. Clinton,
I don't need
come
that in
pick
my
me
life.
up.
You sure?
He's a little faster.
Not
on
that
the
kind
outside
of
jersey
race.
tonight
Jason's
than he
got a
was
lot of
last
houses
night.
in there.
Jerry, I didn't even notice. I was looking at Zane DeVilbiss' car as he rolled by. I spy a little car
Not an
Chevrolet
appropriate
Marshalltown
response?
Speedway logo on
He
there.
Yeah.
told me, I said, what's that going to cost me? He said, nothing. He
He's
said,
not here to defend
now that
himself.
I'm a
Correct.
Marshalltown rep, native or
Marshalltownian.
He's a Marshalltownian. He said, I just want to put it on
Ricky's
the
a
car.
running
So I
second.
said, here's
That's
a
a problem.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful car, you know. And here's a little bit of
Richard.
story. So
I
I was
like
talking to him. So
Richard's running
he
second.
did,
That's
so
a problem.
the one side of the car is actually
This is only
sponsored. The
probably for you.
Coca-Cola side is sponsored because his dad, who owns
And
the
that right
repair shop
rear
down
is
in Farmington,
fully intact.
does the
Correct.
mechanical
Which,
repair, does
I don't
all the
think that means a
maintenance and
whole
stuff.
hell
He
of a lot.
will,
But-
right, but he's got a little more to lean on.
Went to him and Coke said, nope.
The deck ain't torn out of it
They
yet.
called, he gets, his dad says, hey, we got this big Rio. He's explaining everything to him. He says, I'll get you what you need. What do you want? And they go, what do you mean? We already called him. I work there. I can get it done. You can't ask, but I can. They stepped through and they said, what'd you get from Crown? He says, well, I won't tell you what I told them. He said, but they were already on the wrap. And he said, that's Bloomer's favorite. So.
And it's cool. It's a different wrap on both sides of the race car. You know, you got the black and red. Yeah, you got the black and red of Coca-Cola there on one side. You've got the purple of Crown Royal on the other side.
And if you ever come to Marshalltown, we do sell the Crown and Coke drinks in the beer stand. They have those drinks that you can get.
I thought you meant like mixed drinks. They have like
Well, they're
canned
mixed.
drinks.
but
Yes,
they're
they
cans,
got the canned
yes.
drinks.
We can
Yes.
sell them in the can there. We just can't mix them.
Yes, well, as a native Marshalltownian myself, I approve of this message.
Yes.
Oh boy, here we go.
RTJ up on top.
Thank goodness. That pothole down there by the stop sign was terrible.
Yes, here we go. Back to the green flag. 7:30 underway as
We
we'll
should be
hustle
at
turn
the
number
inside
one.
wall.
Ricky Thornton Jr. going to start pedaling that Royal race car up around the top. Trent Young. Here comes Tyler Peterson. Peterson right there working on it. Peterson, a former champion of this event. Down the bottom of turn number 1 and 2 to go. Trevor Neville to the top of the racetrack. Remember, there has not been a multiple-time winner. 7 events for the
RTJ is
modifieds in the dome.
putting the pressure
7
on.
different winners. Will Trevor Neville make it 8, or will Thornton and Peterson repeat? Well, not repeat, but pick up another one, or will Troutman find the stick and get on up there? Working on that in a turn.
There you go.
2. Battle for second.
Comes Young.
Slid to the
Threat
inside.
down
Ricky
Thornton a
Thornton
little
up
bit.
to the ad. They'll work down to turn number 3 and 4. Tyler Peterson, the Hickson, North Dakota racer, trying to catch that 10 line of Young and man. Look at Ricky Thornton. Threw it to the bottom of one. Was hoping he could maybe white counsel that thing, but now was
Thornton's got
quick,
time to work
right
with,
up on
though.
the tip top
Oh,
of the
yeah.
racetrack. He'll go to the bottom side. Neville
That's
now
the
knows
problem.
that
He's
Ricky
got time to
Thornton
try out
goes to
some
the bottom.
things.
He'll hustle it on now. Now Peterson gonna take a look at Young. Ledford in the 37L. His night done. And look at this. Mike Harrison has now come to the number 5 spot. Great shot from the drill as Harrison right there sliced and diced his way up to 5th. Michael Long in the 18L and Drake Troutman in the 5 right there with them as they continue to rip snort around the 5th mile here at the Dome. Next time by, it'll be flags crossed and we will be
Neville's right in that.
15 down.
Committed to the top right. Thornton can run a tad bit better, but he's not getting a whole lot of ground either. Correct.
Peterson, Harrison. Troutman working there now. Mike McKinney off
So
the
Neville
bottom
kind
of
of
the 96
keeps
and
leaving
four.
in
We'll
3
see
and
what
4, but
happens.
Thornton
He's
gains a
gonna try to
tad
get
bit
to the
more
bottom
on
unless
2
this one stay green.
kind of dives
Swinging
to the
bottom.
bottom.
There's 20 RT of Ricky Thornton.
Ooh, here we go.
White Castles, sir.
Oh, boy.
RT lead.
Big slider from Thornton.
Yellows out. Yellows out.
Who's your leader?
Trevor Neville saved
I'll say,
by
when do
the
they score
Coleman
it?
Farms Racing caution.
Man, oh
As
man.
Ricky Thornton went to the drive-through at the White Castle,
Here's-
ordered up a crave case and served them real quick.
Yeah, but they had to take the order back. The credit card wasn't any good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Neville's going to get the lead on
Yeah.
restart.
He's
Yeah.
really good on restarts, man. He's been really, really good on restarts.
Didn't
That's in his
complete the
thing.
lap
It's
for
not
Thornton to
his.
get the lead.
Credit
16
card's no
laps
good.
in, 14 laps to
At
remaining.
the old
14
White
laps,
Castle.
14 laps, kind of build up another run on your
And they
race.
take
You know, taking a look at
fucking
the last
everything.
time through, Ricky Thornton 0.2 of
Real.
a second quicker than Neville, and that's how he was able to beat him down into turn number 3 and make that slider work. Yeah, like
Jerry, a flat right rear brings the night to a close for Mike McKinney.
so he'll go back pit side with that. So it is Neville your leader, Thornton, Young, Peterson, and Mike Harrison rounding out your top 5 on the speedway. 16 down, 14 to go, and it is still anybody's race. A lot of racing left here yet in this one. They'll get the
14 to go
commander
yet.
starter stand, I
Yep.
believe.
A lot of race though.
Yeah.
Stay. Yes.
One to go
next
here at the
time,
line.
No green flag. Wheel and caution lights have been turned off.
Little Boston
Coleman Farms
Wolves.
Racing yellow flag has been put back into the holster with the green flag in the right hand. Kyle McGowan getting ready to bring the field back to life as they come to the Octane restart zone in turn number 4. Trevor Neville, the Mackinac, Illinois youngster, brings it to the green, and we're up and underway. Down in turn number 1, 2, Neville bobbled.
Oh boy. Ricky gave him a little shot in the shorts, as they say. Whoa!
Ricky Thornton crossover by the 777 of Neville. Neville's going to do it now. Ricky Thornton's going to
Neville
make it drive
drops
harder and
over.
off of his line.
Thornton's going to slide him
His
again
run
here.
is done.
Oh, Neville shut the door.
Neville has got to keep that thing
Oh,
very
Neville
close.
got a good shot out
Tyler
the floor here.
Peterson trying to make it 3 wide. They'll work down into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Mike
And you
Harrison.
got a gaggle
Harrison,
of cars
the
behind
24
him.
H car. Back in
Yeah.
number 4 spot. Now you'll see Neville and Thornton going back to the top as they rip the lip down the front straight.
Guys are figuring it out behind them.
Into turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straight line. Neville, your race leader now, Young and Harris.
Young's trying to rip the right rear off.
On the top, storming it. Young will
So is
throw
Harrison.
Mr. Tail out of it. Peterson's right behind him. They'll work off the back straight
TPO is trying to get. Oh, there goes RTJ.
Ricky Thornton going to the infield. His look at a second
Wow.
title in the
RTJ's
ball.
out.
Harrison
Wow.
With something.
working on into the number 3 spot. Peterson Harrison is fourth. They
So
are
now
four
Neville's
champions
fighting
of the
Young,
track.
which he's got probably a pretty good lead going for him.
Still looking to keep the sweep alive.
Nothing's guaranteed though.
Nope, 8 laps to go here.
Still that 777 machine.
Young's ripping the top, will never runs the bottom. It's all about momentum here.
Young in the 10Y. Young, the Crofton, Kentucky native. They'll work on down into turn number 3.
Ooh, here comes Young, tad bit.
To the number 3 spot. Peterson in 4th. Carlos sits there in the number 5 spot. Then it is Tyler Davis, Michael Long, Tanner Mullins, and
Short slider from Young.
Kenny Wallace. And Young has got something for him. Watch this. Here we go, Philly. Tim Ward around the back straightaway will roll to the infield. The love machine is done. Here comes Trent Young looking to do what Ricky Thornton did, and that is to throw a White Castle on your race leader, the 777 of Trevor Neville. Neville's right there, and you know Mike Harrison, he is watching these two drivers up front as he lays to the inside. They fan him out 3-1, getting into turn 3. Mike Harrison to the inside. Battle is for the number 2 spot. Nightcap is getting the good and stiff, and it's going to be a good one. It'll be Neville back to the top. Trent Young going to follow him. Harrison is there. This time at the stripe. 2 laps to go. Popsicle sticks in the air.
Young keeps trying.
Trent Young took a shot at it. Nothing to be had. Trevor Neville is 1 lap away from becoming the
Neville jumps to the
different
top.
champion of the Dome in a modified. White's out. All he's got to do is make 2 more.
Whoa!
Young took a stab at it. Nothing to be had.
He could take another stab at it right here. Oh, can't get her. Neville wins by points.
Maybe that's what
Trent Young, Mike Harrison, Tyler Peterson, Carlos Amana Jr., your top 5. And Trevor Neville has the perfect year
Triple
at the
sided.
Dome. Went out 24th on qualifying Thursday, set fast time. Won his heat race, won the qualifier, started from the pole, started P1, finished P1.
That's
Man,
really
what a
Jackson.
run by the
Sweet.
multi-fire plug wires, Neville Farms, Troy Page excavating in the donut shop is open. Down in turn 3 and 4. And Trevor Neville going to be awful excited when he makes his way into FK Rod Ends victory lane. This will now make his 10th feature win of the season. And I guarantee you, he is going to be a very, very happy camper. Trent Young, a great run there to second, pretty much went to the Home Depot, bought a couple kitchen sinks and threw them at him. Just couldn't get it done. Mike Harrison proving why he is one of the greatest. Chased him down in that 24
there you
from
have
the
it.
ninth
Yep.
starting
Brandon
spot.
Shepard and Neville when you're
Tanner Mullins, a plus
Gateway
10
to National Features.
2 car.
It was a drive line for RTJ.
Oh, no. So
All right.
Drive lane for RTJ. Takes him out.
Quick time award winner, excuse me,
He was
Hart
going to have a
Charger.
shot at it.
Oh, yeah.
Tanner Mullins.
Ricky Thornton Jr. down here to give him
Ricky's
a fist
down there
bump
giving
and
him just a
celebrate
fist
with Trevor
bump.
Neville
All
as he
right.
rolls into victory lane. That's
Can respect that.
You
It's
bet.
special
Ricky.
for
sure.
middle finger.
He knew he had he knew he had a piece
For
for,
sure.
him, but there's a fans. The crew comes down and
All right.
Blake,
YouTube
she's all
crew.
yours in
We'll see you
FK
tomorrow.
Ryan's victory lane.
Snowball Derby.
For
Mike Harrison down
Snowball
here to celebrate.
Derby.
This is
So,
cool. So many
okay.
drivers.
See
down
y'all in the
here.
morning.
Nick Harrison making his way.